So someone won $1.8 billion in Arkansas, and all I can think about is how 10 bucks of it is mine.
You paid somebody $10
I gave a
in
billionaire
Arkansas?
$10. I gave a billionaire $10, and it's like rotting me like a cavity right now. No, I'm so happy for them. Can you imagine?
Oh my God, you live in Arkansas?
It's Christmas Eve.
I mean, hopefully.
It's the worst time of humanity, and then all of a sudden you win 1.8 billion.
I want to know all about this person because there's a lot of different types of people I can imagine living in Arkansas who I'm thrilled to be sudden billionaires. But if it's like a guy who owns a landscaping company and he's just gonna like upgrade his leaf blowers, then I hate it.
What he or she or they have to deal with right now is like, and from here on in, is all these people looking at them with a certain sort of expression of expectation.
Yeah, for sure.
Like anticipation, like you could change everything. Do you want to? You don't? Shit. Okay, enjoy your latte.
For sure. Anybody who knows that this person bought that ticket is definitely expecting something.
Yeah, definitely.
Like it's just like we watch Survivor.
Yeah.
And there's advantages that you can get in Survivor, and like part of the strategy is not to tell anybody.
Yeah.
But every now and then one of the players will break and tell somebody.
Not every now and again.
Like every season.
Every single time.
I know. And it's always a bad move.
Yeah.
And so I wonder how many people kind of wish that they'd kept their lottery ticket purchasing to themselves,
Yeah.
Like I bet the guy that won it is always buying lottery tickets.
Yeah.
And he has to pretend like this is the one time he didn't.
Yeah, right. Well, I think he played the same numbers, I think, for something like 30 years or something.
Really?
Yeah, for 30 years. And it was like a lot. Like he played a lot of numbers for 30 years. I think in his own head, he thought he had it beat, It was just a waiting game. Make sure you're in every draw.
I think that's
all the same numbers.
That's kind of an old school tactic to have like special numbers that you think are going to win you the prize, right?
Yeah.
It's like your birthday,
They're
your
mine.
kid's
They become
birthday.
a possession. They become a possession. So then there's this codependency now because their numbers need a lottery to be played. See what I'm saying? It's all psychological. The whole thing. Well, anyway, happy billionaires to them. Kylie DiCaprio is here. No Two Trolls is here. Deanna is here. So we've got some Boxing Day celebrators here because they're in New Zealand, so they're already on the next day.
Hey, you guys better get your boxes ready.
They're in there putting the things in the boxes right now.
You put it right in the box.
You put it in the box now. We're sitting there looking at the boxes, all the boxes, and we're like, well, tomorrow.
Not yet.
Not yet.
There's a day for that.
I had a great Christmas. Did you have a nice Christmas?
Mm-hmm.
I had a great Christmas. Angela just made our Christmas meal, which was a vegan shepherd's pie that was just fucking twirling delicious.
Yeah, it was really good.
With the potatoes are this like horseradish potato.
If you don't know,
it's fucking amazing
that you're supposed to put horseradish in your mashed potatoes. You know now.
Yeah.
So good.
It's the best. So delicious.
And I made a pecan pie for the first time, but I think I may have ruined it. So we'll see.
We're about to find out. We're 2 hours, T-minus 2 hours from finding that out. And if you did, we'll move on to the pomegranates.
Pecan pie.
But I have faith in the pie. Merry Christmas. Our scientist is here. Merry Christmas to all you guys.
It's so sweet. Everybody's joining us for Christmas.
This is so fun.
Hey, if you're kind of like a Grinch type person, are you allowed to just say Christmas as a greeting?
That's interesting. It's like somebody says Merry Christmas, you just go Christmas?
Christmas.
You could say Baba Humbug. That's the...
Oh, really?
It's kind of the trendy one.
Yeah, but it's still kind of festive to say that,
I got lots of books.
You did.
I got lots of books. I have so many good books. I got Rick Rubin's memoir, which I'm super...
I don't know that it's a memoir.
Well, whatever the fuck it is, I got it.
I guess it's kind of like a self-help. It's like he's opining on creativity.
Rick Rubin's nonfiction.
His thoughts. Yeah.
He collaborated with a writer. It starts off with kind of like a odd-shaped poem that I enjoyed. And then, it dives deep. I'm so excited for that book. It's on my mind. It's like a little, I'm an admirer of Rick Rubin because he and I have many things that we align on creatively. Like, I feel like that was my film persona. That before I even knew who he was, I actually didn't know who Rick Rubin was until you, because I don't really follow music producers so much, but you do.
Yeah,
or at least some of them.
I've always been the person who's like digging into the liner notes of the records, and then like trying to like if I'm like, hey, I really like the horns in this band, I'll be like, who's the horn player, and then I'll figure out who they played with, and then I'll just sort of like
you go
mind map my way to other music.
Yeah, well, so.
But he kind of became like a big deal in the 90s when he made that Johnny Cash record, which, made everybody rediscover Johnny Cash. Like, nobody my age knew who Johnny Cash was.
What a shame.
And then he became super famous again just because he collaborated on a Rick Rubin record.
Yeah, so Rick Rubin, man, it's great to have his book because I just feel like there's going to be a lot of things that I deeply connect with, and there's going to be some things that are going to be potentially deeply inspiring as well. And so I'm excited, and it's going to be interesting to like sort of feel them, and how they might like sort of present themselves in my life. Pretty excited about it. And then I got a bunch of other books. Kristen Hanna, is that her name? Yeah, Kristen Hanna. I love her. She's just so great. I can't remember the name of the book though.
You got a Sally Rooney?
The Far Away or something. And then I got a Sally Rooney book, Intermezzo, which I'm really excited for. Super, super excited for. Y'all saw the book I got yesterday. And then I also got one other one, didn't I? There was another one there. Which one am I missing?
Oh, yeah. I got you a Cormac McCarthy that you probably read already.
I read it already. Outer Dark or whatever. But I'm going to reread it again because like that was redundant. I admit.
Reread it again?
Yeah. I'm going to reread it because we had this tradition where we read all the first paragraphs of the books that we get for Christmas.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling them. I know you know that.
I know you know.
And so reading the first paragraph, it's just so deep and rich and incredible that it's worth reading again because it has so much more to offer, I think, on a second reading. So I'm really glad that you presented that for me. It's very nice. Thank you.
It's kind of like not a great feeling, when you give somebody a book and you're like, oh my God, do you love it? And they're like, I read it.
So DiCaprio,
I already read it.
Kind of DiCaprio is inquiring as to what a shepherd's pie is. You slay one of the wise men. Yeah. You grind them up into
it's made of shepherd.
Meat. It's made of shepherd.
Shepherd's pie is traditionally it's like a meat and vegetable stew, but instead of having a pie crust on it, it has mashed potatoes on top.
Yeah.
So it's basically just like a bowl of.
It's like a hungry man meal. Is like sort of like a come home from work with, dirty hands and
So if you just want to make it vegetarian, you just use like lentils and mushrooms and make like a really thick lentil stew, and then stick some mashed potatoes on top, and you're golden.
It is just so good. Mm-hmm. It's absolutely wondrous. I mean, because lentils are so freaking crazy good for you. Mm-hmm. Like, your guts just like are like, yes, yeah, I'll take it.
It's hard to cook with them because they always just kind of taste like dirt. So the only really awesome thing you can do with them is like really try to add a bunch of savory flavorings and use them as like a meat substitute. So they're a really good substitute for like ground beef. But otherwise, like, I don't know. I've never enjoyed lentils unless I'm trying to make them into something else like meat. Dale and I are vegetarian recently. So we're trying to figure out how to cook all the stuff that we enjoy that doesn't have meat in it.
Well, we got two cookbooks. We got one for Christmas, which is badass, called Vegetables Unleashed, which I admittedly does not make any sense.
All day long we were griping about the fucking title of this cookbook.
It's called Vegetables Unleashed, and we're like, what, they were leashed?
Yeah. You don't unleash vegetables.
I'm pretty sure
they are never leashed.
They're inanimate for the most part. I mean, they grow and whatever, and they die, but I don't think they move. Bro.
Irrationally irritated by that title. It's Jose Andres,
Jose Andres, which is like he's a Michelin. What are they? Michelin? He's a Michelin star chef.
Also,
all that stuff.
He does all the he'll like set up kitchens all in these like disaster zones all the time.
Yeah,
he's a really fucking cool dude.
Close friend to Anthony Bourdain. Mm-hmm. Anyway, great book. This book is fucking.
Who the fuck titled it?
The Chef's Kiss. But the title of the book, Vegetables Unleashed, is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Angela came up with Unearthed, which would have been so much
Vegetables
better.
Unearthed.
Yeah, and then especially if there was like a root vegetable.
If you want to go with that style of title.
Anyway.
They should have called me for my opinion before they published it. What was there any big sports happenings today?
Not really. There's a bunch of pointless football games in America, but none that I'm really aware of. I can give you some news, though. You want to hear some news?
Well, before this, can you explain something to me?
Yeah.
Why is Christmas a 2-day affair?
Because it's exhausting, Angela, of course. Because you have to put everything in boxes. It's a 3-day affair, really.
Oh my God, yeah. So if you're in a country that has Boxing Day, it's a 3-day thing.
It's a 3-day thing, yeah. It's a New Year's Eve.
Christmas Eve.
Yes.
Christmas Day.
Yes.
Boxing Day.
Correct, yes. And then you're like, hope the 27th is a fucking Saturday. Because if it's not, then you're getting another day off. Because almost nobody except, essentials and all this other stuff, they all go back to work. But all the people who don't have to, they'll be like, okay, I'll see you Monday. Monday's what?
No, it's
New
true,
Year's. Okay, I'll see you January 15th or so.
I know, this last week of December just doesn't ever exist for anybody. It's just kind of like you're just cruising through. It's like everybody just gets to hibernate for a week.
Unless you're a luncher, the luncheon people, and if they're not traveling, they go on and they do their lunches. All right, I can unsave the person who won my $10. I gave somebody $10 in Arkansas.
I want to know more.
They don't
about
even know
them.
who I am. What?
I want to know more about them.
Yeah.
Okay, you're a billionaire in Arkansas?
Yeah.
Wow. Do you think that person's no longer going to live in Arkansas?
I would move. Well, with family, maybe buy Arkansas.
Maybe, yeah, you could buy Arkansas.
Just buy. What's the GDP like in
No,
Arkansas?
like literally, you could probably.
I'll give it all to Arkansas if I can just simply own Arkansas.
Yeah. You could probably petition this White House for sure to be like, hey, can we do like a Louisiana Purchase type deal thing?
Hey, Trump, Arkansas, right? Right? Am I right? I'll get it from you. I'll take it off your hands because, come on. Right? Am I right? Arkansas, right? It's just, it doesn't look good on you. You know what I mean? You're more like New York, right? Not Arkansas.
Just buy it. A land grab.
Arkansas is very beautiful when you drive through it, but it's a very interesting place. And I don't, what are they? Are they Arkansanians? What are they? Are they Arkansans?
I don't know.
Arkansans?
Arkansans.
I'm sure they're great people, but the funniest commercial I ever heard in my life was like an infomercial in the morning when we were driving across the country when we slept in Arkansas. And there was this infomercial, and it was just all this dentist trying to convince kids in their 20s not to pull out all their teeth. I know your parents did it, and I know their parents did it, but you don't have to pull out all your teeth in your 20s. It was the craziest commercial I've ever heard.
Doing like a PSA, being like, we have the technology to save your bad teeth.
Between brushing your teeth and going to the dentist on a regular basis, you can keep them probably forever. Arkansanians. Is it Arkansanian? It must be. It feels most right when I say Arkansanian.
Arkansonian? No, that's
Arkansanian?
Oregonian.
Oregonian.
Yeah, that's a real weird one.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got to take these pictures.
I remember that one.
Taking pictures of dogs.
Sean Diddy Combs, he seeks immediate release from prison.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
So does every other prisoner.
He apparently woke up and he went, you know what? I seek immediate release.
I think I'm done here.
Preposterous in every way. But they are basically calling the sentence preposterous. They're saying that it's way over punishment. And so. Just thought I'd let you in on it. That
how do you think that's going to
he's
pan
looking
out?
for an immediate release, and then he wants to meet 50 Cent in a back alley.
Yeah, of course.
Just him and 50 Cent. They're just going to have a conversation.
How do you think that's going to pan out for him?
I'm going with he's going to get a no.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to say he gets a no. I think everybody's like, like with the Epstein files, and everybody's like, nah, bro, your stuff was too weird. You got to do whatever time you got because your stuff is just too weird. Like even if you are being overpunished, I don't want to get my hands dirty on it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want a bunch of people, victims coming out and shit and saying I'm the bad guy now. Nah, fuck that, man. Stay in jail until you're allowed to get out of jail.
Yeah.
You know, you got to do your time, buddy. Even Donald Trump, as despicable as that man's history is, he won't fucking touch it. Speaking of Donald Trump, a candidate named Nasri Asfura is the declared winner of Honduras's presidential vote. And it just makes me wonder if the whole Venezuelan thing is a factor.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Right? Fear.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Fear's the factor.
Yeah.
He won't come after Honduras if his guy is in place. What will be the cost? Will there be a cost? Oh, look, Layla's here. She said my book is actually pretty good so far, which is a sentence that I cannot help but read subtextually as I didn't imagine for a second that you were capable of having a pretty good book. Of course, it's totally fine, and I'm so glad you're enjoying it. I think you will enjoy it. It's a fun book. Yeah, I'm a pretty good writer. I was a professional filmmaker. I mean, all that. You know,
that's really funny.
It is. It's adorable. It is adorable. I really mean that. The sentence is not manifestly unjust. What is that?
Diddy's sentence.
Oh. No, it's definitely not. It's totally light. The dude won.
Yeah.
Like everyone was like, oh man, Diddy won. He was facing 20 years to life.
He got off easy.
We'll see you in 28. You know? I saw the pictures, bro. He's got a big smile on. Looks like he probably plays a little bit of basketball, even though he's a little, he's 50, so he's moving a little slower, maybe. You know what I'm saying? He's probably got unlimited potato chips.
Potato chips?
Yeah, man. He's got all that kind of, commissary money, standing in line for candies.
I want unlimited potato chips.
Well, then go to jail like Diddy, I guess. You want to hear something cool about Mariah Carey? I mean, it's kind of interesting.
Tis the season to hear things about Mariah Carey.
Yeah, exactly.
She only thaws herself out from and emerges from her crypt once a year.
It's Christmas.
She has to make $1 gazillion between Thanksgiving and New Year's.
It's something like $90 to $100 million a year, or some crazy number. It's just I can't remember what it was. It's so much. It's an unimaginable amount of money that she makes from that fucking song. And I don't even know if I've heard it all the way through. All right. Mariah Carey is awarded over $92,000 from a dismissal of a Christmas song case earlier this year. It just happened. It was the other day.
What happened?
I meant to bring it up, but I didn't get to it.
Do you know the case?
Yeah, it was like some case about her Christmas song and somebody saying, "Oh, hey, that's my Christmas song." And then she's like, "Get the fuck out of here." And then when they brought the case, the judge was like, "This is not your Christmas song. Get the hell out of this court." So yeah, this comes as Carey's hit Christmas song has broken more records, spending more weeks at the number one Billboard Hot 100 than any other song in history, hitting its 20th week atop the chart.
So Mariah Carey's like, if you come for the queen, you better shoot straight.
After
I am the queen of Christmas.
After a judge dismissed a copyright lawsuit filed against the singer earlier this year, Mariah Carey was recently awarded $92,000 to go toward her legal fees in the case. The judge said, you brought a filthy little lawsuit. So now you're going to pay the lady.
$19,000.
92,000.
God.
So they got to pay in addition to their own lawyers, unless they had them on contingency.
Wow.
But so what is that? You get a lawyer on contingency and then you end up with that. Like I'd be like, hey, what the fuck was that? I don't remember that in the conversation because I don't think I remember in my contingency lawyer situation ever sitting down and having a conversation about like us getting hit with like Leo's bills. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't remember that conversation. So I wonder like if I wonder if that conversation is normal. Because I would want to have that conversation and had to make a decision about moving forward with such a thing. Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Be like, oh, especially if you're like, your shit is thin. Like,
yeah, you're like, why'd you take my fucking case, man? Like, I want to know what the song is. I want to hear the comparison.
Yeah.
Did you talk to family today?
Talked to my mother and I talked to my father. Similar to the conversation in the book, really.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously, we weren't talking about my Auntie Betty, as we were in the book. But my dad got on. He did the I'm gonna put the ham in the. Okay, I gotta put the ham in the fucking. Okay, Dad, I'll talk to you later, buddy. It's been nice knowing you.
My dad called and did one of those things that's horrific. I'm sure everybody can relate that this. I don't know why parents do this, but they put you on video call. They'll just call you. Like, they won't tell you like, hey, get ready to get on video call with everybody. They'll just call you. Yeah. Then all of a sudden you're on video call, and now you're being paraded around the party and being shown to all these people who you may or may not remember.
It's so weird to think that there's like a generation now that is going to have to go through life with that, like just being the norm. Like the norm is like, oh, fuck, it's a video call. Shit. They're going to have their filter ready, like the clothing filter.
Yeah.
Like, just put clothes on me. I'm naked. Put clothes on me.
I know. I was not ready. And he kept doing this thing like, remember her, remember him? And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, and like pointing to people.
Like it's a fucking pop quiz,
I'm not ready for this emotionally.
I thought we were just going to chat, man. What the fuck?
Do my parents like Leo? No. Well, I don't know, man. I don't think my parents really care one way or another, frankly.
I think it's cute that your dad doesn't know his name.
DiCapino.
He calls him
DiCapino.
Leonardo DiCapino.
DiCapino. It's pretty cool because it's like the kind of thing I should have come up with,
Yeah.
It's not DiCaprio, it's DiCapino.
It's so bad.
No, my family is oddly very unsupportive of my situation and have been for 30 years. It's kind of a heartbreak, actually. But,
I think there's some families that operate this way, where if somebody is in some conflict, they just automatically assume that they've got some responsibility in it. It's like, I don't know if you remember, like you're a kid and you have a fight with your sibling, and then your parents punish you both, or at school they'll punish both of the people when one person is clearly in the wrong, and you understand, everybody around understands, but
you just made me write a scene in my head.
Both people get punished.
This is how like writing works. I just literally wrote a scene in my head and the scene was a younger, kind of really smart kid who argues when he's about to get punished in that scenario where both kids get punished.
Yeah.
And his argument is that's not how it works in football. That's not how it works in football. In football, one guy gets the penalty.
That's right. That's fucking
and
right.
It's the guy you caught. It doesn't matter who's involved or who started. It's the guy you caught. Who did you catch, Dad? Because that's the guy who's getting it. That's the guy who gets the penalty, Dad. It was just a scene I wrote in my head right away.
Yeah.
It's a really funny scene. Like, obviously, it's not going to be like that.
But then you get punished for challenging your parents and being a fucking smart mouth, right? Like, it's just never, there's no justice.
Yeah.
When you're a kid.
Yeah, exactly. After that, you're toast for that. You're like, oh, yeah, fucking smart ass? Well, now you're getting double the fucking punishment.
Yeah, exactly. I forgot what we were saying about
Doesn't
that.
matter.
You made me laugh.
It's Christmas. We float around.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a day where we're just
Hey,
on
I
clouds.
had some, I brought some news in the sort of the periphery of the Baldoni Lively case.
Yeah.
SAG-AFTRA National Board has unanimously voted to ratify a historic first intimacy coordinator agreement.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, so
isn't this wonderful?
This is fucking how change happens, bro.
Mm-hmm.
This is how it happens.
This was earlier or late last week. Okay.
Wow, this is something else, isn't it?
The SAG-AFTRA National Board convened today for a one-day video conference plenary and unanimously voted to ratify the tentative agreement for the intimacy coordinator contract, establishing the first ever collective bargaining agreement covering intimacy coordinators working in scripted television, theatrical, and streaming productions. The agreement goes into effect February 22nd, 2026. So there's still time for...
Sean Baker's like, God damn it. He's probably ranting. He's like, I'm still not going to get one that can penalize me until I'm dead.
It goes into effect February 22nd, 2026 for new pictures and new seasons of series that commence principal photography after that date.
Dude, they're like the gay porn one we're watching. They're just like, wow, we just beat that. Because that was going to be a pain in the ass.
SAG-AFTRA's new president, Sean Austin, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's
He said, this is a significant and long-awaited achievement for intimacy coordinators and for our union as a whole. These professionals deserve the same kind of protections and benefits that other workers in our industry enjoy, and a SAG-AFTRA contract will help create more stable, sustainable careers for them. This agreement recognizes their essential contributions and establishes a safer, more equitable future for both intimacy coordinators and performers they support.
I don't like this kind of version of Sean Austin. That's not what I want to hear from him at all. Like, I'm glad it's happening, but it would be better if somebody else was saying that to me and not Sean Austin. That's just not Sean Austin. That's not Sean Austin.
I know.
Who is that?
I know he needs to do like one of those big rallying speeches.
Can he just do it like Sean Astin would? You know, when Jesse Ventura won the governorship of fucking Minnesota, he was still Jesse Ventura, wasn't he? He was still like, wrestler and shit.
Okay, so if I delivered...
Like, I'll break you in half is what I'm going to do.
If I delivered this speech
That's a pretty good one.
in like a rising tone and you just started chanting Rudy or something, then it would sound a lot more like...
Try it?
No. Let me just finish this. This is short. Organizing intimacy coordinators under the SAG-AFTRA umbrella is a natural evolution of the work the union has been doing to safely grow and standardize the profession for years, including the creation of standardized protocols for use of intimacy coordinators on set, recommended standards for qualification, training, and vetting of intimacy coordinators, and an accreditation system for intimacy coordinator training programs. Today's ratification affirms the vital work intimacy coordinators do every day to safeguard performers, foster trust on set, and support honest, powerful storytelling, said Duncan Crabtree Ireland.
That's the name?
Yes.
That's a person's name?
Duncan Crabtree Ireland.
That's 100% a dairy product or something. What?
National Executive Director and Chief Negotiator.
Tell me that name one more time.
Duncan Crabtree Ireland.
That is amazing.
Crabtree Ireland is hyphenated, so it makes me think that
they were like, there's no way I'm never going to miss out on this name. There's
Crabtree and Ireland got married and couldn't decide which name to take.
No, they were like, they love them both. I love Crabtree. I love Ireland. Well, let's have them both.
Let's have a child named Duncan.
And we'll call him Duncan.
The first contract recognizes their professionalism, expertise, and indispensable role in creating respectful and safe working environments. It's a meaningful acknowledgement of work that too often has been invisible and which now takes its rightful place on stage. Intimacy coordinate... Jeez. ICs have already been recognized as essential partners on scenes involving nudity, simulated sex, and other intimate work across many SAG-AFTRA contracts, including the TV/theatrical agreements and the commercials contract and the network code contract. Key gains in the landmark intimacy coordinator agreement include, and there's a list. I don't have to keep going.
Merry Christmas, Delicate. Merry Christmas, Layla.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Wahoo, wahoo.
If you don't celebrate Christmas, then wahoo, wahoo. Merry wahoo, wahoo.
Yeah.
It should be that. That should be, if it's not Christmas, it's wahoo, wahoo.
Anyway, I'd like to think that Blake Lively's case has a lot to do with this.
I think you're right. I think, I mean, I'm not saying you made a statement. I think, I agree. I would like to think that as well. Yeah, I really would. I also think that it's highly likely that it did. You know, this case is so fucking high profile, and and I think it immediately, you know, creates it more legitimizes the position itself, but it also creates those protections, the aforementioned protections that I think will help it integrate fairly smoothly, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
You know, bravo, Sean Astin. I don't like the way you're talking, man.
Why?
Because I don't like the way he talks like that. He doesn't have to talk like that. He
what, all official and shit? Like a president?
Yeah, no, don't be all like that with the fucking, what does he have, a staff? He has a staff?
How else does he
Sits
talk?
with his staff?
You don't even know how he talks.
Sean Astin?
Yeah.
I've seen him in interviews.
Oh, he doesn't talk like that?
No fucking way. You've never seen him in interviews? We're talking Sam.
I think I've only seen him in movies.
Sam G.
My favorite Sean Astin performance is in Where the Day Takes You, where he's a drug addict.
Oh, yeah.
And I just thought it was such a great, you never get to see him like that.
It's fucking Rudy, though.
Yeah, I know. And what's really fun is if you watch the movie where he's a drug addict, as if it's in the same world as Rudy. So, like, he was Rudy, and then he, like, got an injury or something, and his life went downhill, and now he's a drug addict. Like, same guy. You know what I mean?
I do. It's a good movie. I mean, it's a good little movie. It's Astin, not Austin. It's Astin.
You know what? How dare you start a fight
Lee.
on Christmas?
Merry Christmas, Lee.
How dare you embarrass me in front of my friends on Christmas?
And call me out like that. I could have easily just gotten away with it.
You got a lot of nerve.
What's his last name? How do you say his last name? Did I say that right?
I just love like pulling the like it's Christmas.
It's Yeah, I love that.
For just
How could you? It's Christmas
for absolutely everything.
For everything.
Like the dog barked at the neighbor today. And we were like, how could you do such a thing? Oh, it's Christmas.
It's Christmas. Fuck.
You don't bark at neighbors on Christmas.
You want to hear some uplifting news?
Yes. Always. Especially these days. Oh, man.
The uplifting news is, where's the headline? I just had it. Oh, it was so uplifting. Hang on. Because there's 3 of them here. I could pick.
What?
The ratings tank for the Kennedy Center Honors with President Trump as host.
He tried to host it?
He did host it.
Oh my God. What is his
And
problem?
the ratings tanked. I didn't even know it happened.
No, me neither. What the fuck is this guy's problem?
I mean, I kind of now remember because now that I heard that it tanked, I was like, oh, was that with like Paul Stanley and shit?
Paul Stanley.
Yeah, I think they like had Kiss.
They had Kiss at the Kennedy Center Honors?
Obviously, Ace Frehley wasn't there, so, you know.
What? That's so weird.
It's not really Kiss. So, uplifting news.
Yeah, nobody wants to see this shit.
Nobody wants, you know. Ratings
That's
tanked.
a show for somebody else.
Indeed. I thought you guys would enjoy a little laugh.
Hey, Kylie DiCaprio said, my dad found Don's Plum on DVD, so I got it for Christmas all the way from Australia. So my cousin loved it.
Oh my God.
Also, my cousin loved it.
That is so great.
Yeah, I was wondering if there's like an issue with, you know how don't DVDs have like regions?
Region specific? Yeah, of course.
So they won't play in certain...
Most of that's sorted out now technologically.
Oh, okay.
Most players
That's like an old problem?
can play all the formats.
I gotcha.
Mostly.
I always thought it was kind of bullshit.
That's so...
You know, that's
funny.
so strange because, so that means you got a Don's Plum on DVD. Great. So who's selling that? And...
Well, at this point, I'm just glad it's happening, you know, that you were able to get a gift that you appreciate, and that is like something that I made 30 years ago is as thrilling a thing that can happen to you. You know, it's an interesting thing because like sometimes I don't like to hear, I guess is the best way to put it. I don't like to hear people say, you know, you've had a really interesting life, or, you know, I forget who it was, super supportive person on this channel who said, you know, you got to feel pretty good about the reviews you're getting for your book, because I was kind of whining about how it hasn't exploded. And the truth is that the book has done tremendously well. I mean, most, you know, no-name authors without any publicity and certainly self-published memoirists are, you know, never see thousands of book sales. I'm in the thousands of book sales club, and I feel pretty fucking good about it. But I obviously wanted to sell several 100,000 or whatever. And so where was I going with this? God damn it.
DVDs of Don's Plum.
I don't remember where I was going with that. I lost my damn train of thought. Anyway, I'm just so thrilled that you got that for Christmas, and what a thrill for me to have that.
I was thinking about like, so somebody made some money on DVD sales of Don's Plum.
Yeah.
And that person, whoever made that money, is supposed to be sending money to you.
Yes, I am a
but nobody is sending money to you.
I've never received a check for that movie.
But you're supposed to be receiving money on Don's Plum.
Yes.
For the last 30 years.
Yes.
And nobody has been sending you any money.
No.
So if you had like a legal team and some investigators, you could track down a big bunch of money that is owed to you from whoever it is that's...
What we should do is we should raise money and then hire like the 3 biggest idiot investigators on the planet.
Idiot?
Yeah, because it will just be a comedy. And and their job is to go out and track down everything. Track down the negative in Denmark, you know, starting in Denmark, and just like, or maybe they're not like, maybe it's like more like Mr. Bean, like they're actual geniuses. But
I don't know why you want to hire idiots. Nobody wants to do that.
It's an idea. It's a concept. It's just that we pitch the idea and then we start patching it up. You know what I mean? All right. So idiots. We start with idiots and then we go from there. See what I'm saying?
It'd be fun.
$1.8 billion. I gave a billionaire $10. How do I get over it? How can I make it
Well, you know,
right?
the problem with the fucking with the lottery is that they hoard the money until it accumulates this much. You're not supposed to have a lottery where there's a drawing and nobody wins. Yeah. That's not a lottery. That's keeping money. Right?
Yeah.
So there's no reason why it should have gotten this, $1 billion? No way. How much is that person taking?
1.8 billion. They get over 700 million in the cash option. So in the cash option, you get like 700 and change. And then, and by change, I mean life-changing money. Just the change, trickled down. And then you get that tax, say it hits at 40%. So, call it like 300 million to Mr. Uncle Sammy. They're going to get the top Social Security check, though, so that's good. And they'll be left with like $450 to $500 million.
You probably can't buy Arkansas
cash
with that much money.
No, they can't buy Arkansas for $500 million, but maybe for $1.8 billion. But maybe they can get, hey, I got this money coming in. Can I be put on a payment plan? I want to get on a payment plan.
to buy Arkansas.
To buy Arkansas. I bet you Donald Trump would sell Arkansas.
Oh, for sure.
Especially if he was getting a cut.
You wouldn't even have to pay him money. You would just have
be
to.
Like,
you could just give him a trophy, and he'll be like, "Oh yeah, sure, you can buy it."
I'll buy Arkansas for $1 billion, and then I'll give you on the QT another. What do you want? 100 million? 200 million? Okay, 200. You want the whole 800 million? Okay.
Yeah, you just say okay. It doesn't matter.
And now you bought Arkansas without Congress involved because he doesn't use Congress. Congress is a tool, which he does not use.
Yeah, because he's never taken a civics class in his life.
He doesn't understand what Congress is. So by virtue of the fact that he doesn't understand what that actual branch of government is and what it does, he just says, oh, that's for me. That's mine. I understand. I shape it.
Somebody probably showed him like the Schoolhouse Rock video about like how to pass a bill. What is a bill? And he probably still can't remember it.
I love that. What is a bill? Some more uplifting news is that the public release. Well, first of all, two things. They believe they've uncovered another million, or like they're saying 1 million more documents on the Epstein.
1 million.
Another 1 million.
How is it
new documents that they just uncovered? So that's what the headline says.
What?
But the public release of the ones that have been already released puts Ghislaine Maxwell under fresh scrutiny.
Oh yeah. What happened?
Amid her claims of innocence, she's asking also for immediate release. She's like, this is bullshit. So that's exciting. Hopefully they will move her back to the prison she began in. I think she should be serving the time where that was prescribed and not this like kitty nice. She's obviously lied when she said that Donald Trump wasn't involved because I think it's going to be impossible to exonerate Donald Trump from this. I don't know about whether or not any of the things that have been released are actually true because they are allegations. I have questions, right? Especially about the so-called child murder. In that situation, I'm like, okay, well, if a baby was murdered, why wasn't there like an abortion? Like, it's just like, how did that get to that point? So, because that's such a severe thing, especially for him to be present and for there to be this, was it a secret? Like, I just want to know how it's possible to get to that point when abortion would have settled that, as horrific as that is, of course.
Did you ever suspect that we would be in this timeline in American politics? Like, it's not even politics anymore.
I think I predicted it back.
It's just like true crime.
Clinton was president, and I was like, I predict.
It's just crazy.
The end of the world. So, yeah, really fucking nuts. Totally crazy. So anyway, let's hope that Maxwell has to pay her dues because everybody else would, if that was anybody that wasn't connected to billionaires and presidents, if that was Jared, the subway guy, right? Be doing all the time and doing it dirty too. I think Jared's done his entire time in solitary.
So it's really interesting that people are just copying and pasting the redacted portions from the Epstein files and
Fucking
able
geniuses.
to read them.
I wonder if that's done on purpose.
I know. Yeah. Somebody was saying that maybe somebody at the FBI was doing a little bit, you know how there's that saying malicious compliance?
Yeah.
Where like you have a job that you have to do and you can't get out of not doing it, but you don't want to do it and you think the people who are asking you pretty much fucking suck. So you do it. You do the job really badly. So I think with somebody, either it's a genuine mistake where they just used the highlighter function and then colored it black, which is so stupid, or they did that knowing that if somebody was savvy, they would just be able to copy and read it. But apparently the redacting did absolutely nothing. And so I'd like to think that there was somebody on the inside who was like, oh, we're not going to be redacting
Absolutely, Mr. President. I got this for you.
No problem.
Nobody. Can you see it? Can you see it? Trust your eyes. Can you see it? Okay, then. All right.
Your secret is safe. Right?
Your secret is safe.
Secrets. So many secrets.
I'm very excited when Leanne said she was enjoying my book. I also love the idea that it actually makes sense that like people might hang out in these lives and be like, there's no way that guy can write a new book. I like a good book, you know, because I fall the fuck over my words. I'm cursing all the time.
Yeah. Right.
You know, what else do? I mispronounce everything, you know, anything with 3 syllables, I'm out. I'm falling all over myself like a drunk.
Oh, hey, our scientist has educated us about shepherd's pie.
Oh, thank you. Tell me more.
Okay, so shepherd's pie has lamb.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you make it with beef, it is a cottage pie. And our scientist is saying, so if
a shepherd's pie made of lamb makes perfect sense, doesn't it?
Yes.
Now it comes together. I thought you ate the shepherd, but of course you would eat his flock.
Shepherd's pie is lamb.
Yeah.
Cottage pie is beef.
Beef, yeah.
And our scientist said that if we made it with lentils, then we need to find a new name.
Oh.
I can't use those names.
How about lentils pie? No, how about legume pie? How about Angela's pie? No, that's not good. Can't go there. How about...
It's not even a pie. I don't know why they call it that. Pies have a crust. There's no crust on the bottom.
It's like a...
It's like a fucking stew with mashed potatoes on top.
It's like a cake with thick icing. It's like a meat cake.
Yeah. It's a stew cake.
It's a stew cake.
With mashed potato icing.
A stew cake with mashed potato icing. Exactly what it is. That's so generous of you because, yes, of course. You know, this is the thing that I think, you know, is at least a slight flaw in me that I can't figure that because it's relatively easy. You know, like it's one of those, yeah, fuck. A shepherd. They don't fucking shepherd cows. So I take everything back. Who asked about that? I was kind of.
But why is it a cottage pie if it's beef and not like a rancher pie
or Texas pie?
Shepherd,
fucking Texas pie.
You ranch cattle, right? Don't you? I don't know.
We watched some football today in the background, at least, and at the end of the game, they bit off these big giant tomahawk steaks. There's a tomahawk steak. So it's if you know the tomahawk steak, it's got that big ass bone, and I don't know where the cut comes from but it is so. It looks like they look like wild animals.
Yeah.
In the fucking because Michael Irvin, who was like, he had way too much caffeine, or that guy is bumping in the bathroom, man, because like that guy was up on something, but he was jiggling the meat, and it looked like it was like I'm not an activist vegetarian right now.
Somebody had taken a bite of it. Right, and then he's waggling it as a prop. But the bite that somebody took had pulled a bunch of like
a shark bite shred.
Yeah, it like shredded the meat, and it was all hanging like
yeah, like a victim.
And he kept shaking it, and for emphasis, and it kept waggling. And Dale was like, "You've only not been eating meat for like a few months, but you're like repulsed by it now."
I was a vegetarian for 14 years, and when I was more of an activist vegetarian.
Yeah.
But now I'm just more of like, I shouldn't probably eat that kind of vegetarian, you know? Uh-huh. I'm like I don't want to die of a fuch heart attack.
Yeah, you're like Mr. Longevity now, right?
Yeah, I'm looking for I'm trying to elongate this thing instead of
but the sight of meat repulses you now all of a sudden?
Yeah.
This guy's like,
it doesn't repulse me at all, actually. The sight of like cooked beef, cut with fucking juices flowing out of it, that could get me going. Eating it like a fucking lion.
Yeah.
It's
fucking
during
weird.
A football game, like a bunch of fucking animals.
No, they
like,
do that with the fucking players for Thanksgiving games too. They give them
Yeah.
a big turkey leg. I'm like, why are we doing that? What the fuck is this tradition?
Well, it's a turkey leg. I mean, it's a turkey leg,
Okay, but why are you guys eating on the field?
Roast beef.
Like, has anybody washed their hands, first of all?
I got more uplifting news. You want it?
Yes.
Chevy Chase reveals that he was hurt by the SNL 50th anniversary special exclusion. And why that's uplifting news is because he is notoriously a fucking Not a good dude.
Do you know the stories about him? Because I've heard this too, but I don't know specifically.
I'm not gonna go into them. I'm just gonna say that I knew somebody who represented somebody who worked very closely with him. That's what I'm gonna say about it in terms of the connection.
Yeah.
But the information I'm getting is so super pristine, like super pristine.
So what's the story?
Asshole to the nth, like just fucking asshole beyond asshole. Mistreats people, just absolute fucking jerk off.
Well, that's so weird because it seems like a lot of people get away with being a jerk in Hollywood.
This is the uplifting news part of it, see? So he might have got away with it, but he has hurt feelings because they don't want his company. And they don't want his company because he's an asshole.
Oh, yeah.
It's Chevy Chase. It's not just like this guy who's clearly a comedic icon in this country, but he's a Saturday Night Live icon. I mean, his weekend update is the most iconic weekend update, there, in the game. So that they don't want him there, I think, says everything about him. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
There you go, man. Just uplifting news. I'm keeping it coming.
So he's saying that his feelings are hurt, that he was snubbed from the anniversary special.
Yeah.
And that's it?
Yeah, but I didn't read the whole article because I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit.
But why is it uplifting news?
Because it's nice to see that assholes are getting treated like assholes sometimes. Do you know what I mean? Like if that he got snubbed from the biggest party that they had in the history of SNL says everything about that dude, in my opinion. Maybe it says a thing or two about them too. I have no idea. But it certainly says at least a little something about Chevy Chase. So look, if I'm wrong, Chevy Chase, how do you say your name? Is it a Chevy?
No, it's not Chevy.
Drove my Chevy to the levee?
No.
Is it Chevy?
It's Chevy. I think.
Mr. Chase?
Dale, it's Christmas.
Yeah, I'm reading uplifting news. Everything I have for you today is uplifting news. All of it. With the exception of the fact that I gave $10 to a billionaire. Everything else is totally like upbeat shit.
Yes.
Most of it. The Honduras thing wasn't, except that it was just more like whoa, what the fuck is that? Here's another upbeat news. You want it?
Yes.
A restaurant staff cancels their holiday party and they give the funds to a co-worker who's adopting a baby.
Oh, that's sweet.
Isn't that fucking lovely?
Yeah.
I just broke down, said the father to be. I didn't know what to think or what to say. The holiday spirit is alive and well at one restaurant in Naples, Florida. In a TikTok video posted by First Watch employee Heidi.
Wasn't it Florida wasn't it also in Florida where that the chef went and found his regular customer?
Yes.
Who was like, had
Why
fallen?
are they voting for guys like DeSantos? And there's people like this. Who are these people?
Yeah.
These are the people in the inner city, huh? In a TikTok video posted by this employee, Brendan Tompkins calls a staff meeting to announce the cancellation of their holiday party, but for a very heartwarming reason. And it really does, this hits me hard because, what a wonderful gesture to do. This is just so big time because, there's something harrowing about adoption. Do you know what I mean? Because, it's just okay, I'm going to do this, but, it's a big fucking deal. So something came to light, Tompkins says, as employee Norman Vales hops into frame and makes a comically chipper pose. We are unable to have a holiday party this year. Sorry, something more important came up. The staff seems calm and even a little happy about this development. Meanwhile, Vales says it's still in the dark about the real reason behind the cancellation. This writer is very creative. It's on whatever. Everyone knows about Norman's journey trying to adopt a baby, Tompkins says. Well, these guys decided that it was more important for us to donate all that money to you and to your wife. Bravo. Bravo. Give the guy, I hope they pay him a fucking, hopefully that's all in order. Hopefully they're like, we're going to give you this because we don't give you shit.
Oh, yeah, right. I know. They're like, oh, and by the way, we've had to downsize. And so
they're like, yeah, we're not going to cover this alone. Are you guys in? To the employees.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, we're not going to cover this alone. So we're going to get you iPads. Can you, no? Is that all right? Anyway, it's a lovely story. The Vales family Vales is their last name. The Vales family reacts. I just broke down. I didn't know what to think or say. Vales told Tom Lamas on NBC Nightly News, in a kitchen staff, you're in everybody's life. So it's like a restaurant. These fucking restaurants, bro. You know what I mean? Like there's it's a very family environment. And one thing I loved about I went through this like period where I would literally sell my shit to have a great meal at a great restaurant. Like there was this period where I just wanted to experience it because if you close a restaurant, if you can get in tight and close a restaurant where they literally like close the doors, lock it, and then the drinking really starts. Like it is like a family. Like they throw parties after hours, like when it's a wrap, which I've had the fucking great fortune of having a few of these meals in my life where, we just sit, we drop hundreds and hundreds of dollars, opening mad bottles, getting the fucking owners involved, and all of a sudden, it's, oh yeah, we're closing. Oh really? Because I was going to buy one more. And all of a sudden, boom, the bottles come out, the staff comes in, boom, lock the doors, and it's a big party. And there's just these families, and
That's
they just
astonishing
celebrate
to me
together.
because I've worked at several restaurants and never once did anybody want to stay any later than they absolutely had to.
Really? Well, maybe
Yes.
it was in Canada. So maybe this is more of a Canadian thing, or maybe it was just because I got to know these restaurateurs and they partied. They didn't work.
Yeah, right.
I mean, we wasn't eating. It was all drinking and smoking.
That's rad.
It was fucking great. Anyway, it was my closest experience to getting to know the energy between the staff, like truly like the intimate energy between them. It's
I
really
also
fucking
never
wonderful.
really understood Christmas parties that happen at people's places of employment. Because why the fuck are you asking people to come in and hang out with their coworkers and bosses when
Like,
they're
I don't
not,
see a fucking enough of you.
when they're not working?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I get it. We like each other. And then you're not allowed to date.
We want you all to socialize
Yeah.
and get along and party, but you're not allowed.
Work 40 hours a week. By the way, we have all this extra curricular shit.
Yeah.
See what I mean? Everybody's like, he didn't write that book. He didn't write it. He didn't write it. Or maybe they'll read it and be like, he did. He uses 2-syllable words the whole time. Yeah. And yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
There's someone in our town lighting fireworks.
On Christmas.
I don't know that baby Jesus would have approved.
Well, it was a star. It was a bright star.
Baby Jesus would have woken up and been very upset to hear the loud sounds of fireworks.
Want to talk a little bit of astrology for a second?
Sure.
So Pluto moved into an air sign. And an air sign in this case is it's Aquarius. And so you kind of look for things because this is a massive deal, right? Like Pluto is a very slow moving planet. So when it ingresses into a new sign, it's a big fucking deal.
Pluto's going to be in Aquarius for 20 years.
It's going to be there for 20 years.
And it's already it's in there. It's there now.
And it just got in there. And so this is the ingress, and it's also some astrologers believe that an ingressing planet is a more emphasized planet, a more vigorously.
When you say ingress, you mean it's just moved into a new sign.
Yeah, it's just moved in, so it's in between 1 and 3 degrees.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's where Pluto is now, and there's this very interesting thing that I want to share with you that I didn't have lined up because I'm a fool in a meat costume. Here it is.
We're all fools in meat costumes.
It's a cosmic urgency. Good to see you. It's
Merry
Sean
Christmas.
Astin. Sean Austin. Why do you pronounce Sean Astin as Sean? I don't know, because I'm stupid. Cosmic.
Listen, we're not the first people to do that. I'm sure he's used to it.
Let me tell you what I used to say.
I don't
Keanu's
think
name.
he's upset.
I used to pronounce Keanu's name, and so did my entire city of Winnipeg. Cano.
Cano. Why would you pronounce it that way?
That's what we did.
But it's not even spelled that way.
That's what we did when I got to America. I was like, why are you calling Cano Keanu? I mean, I like the way that works. Keanu is kind of cooler, but why would you do that when his name is obviously Cano? Yeah, I'm just like,
We just do our own things, man. They're celebrities, so we get to do what we want with their names if we want to.
So Pluto can mean like things like, they can, apart from power struggles, but like endings and beginnings, but also in terms of like, when you're dealing with tech, which is very air sign and very Aquarius, it can mean breakthroughs, and it can just have, that's maybe more Uranus, but you know what I'm saying? Like endings, beginnings, and they're usually very powerful. So they can like signify like the ending of like a kind of an era, for example, and then the beginning of a new one. Now, this might not like totally qualify, but it is so fucking interesting. An airplane has, for the very first time, automatically landed itself after an in-flight emergency. And what happened was...
An airplane landed itself?
Yeah, it landed itself. So what happened was...
So airplanes can do this?
We know they can. This is the first time that it's happened. They was certainly programmed to do it, but they never did it. Everybody had control. So what happened was the plane lost its... what is it? Decompressed or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
depressurized.
It depressurized. Thank you. So the plane depressurized and everybody went and,
I know they didn't.
So they engaged the autopilot, auto land, whatever feature, and the pilots, even though they were okay, decided they would just allow the plane to land itself.
Just hope for the best.
Well, they checked everything out. Everything looked good. As far as their clearance was, there was like no issues. Conditions were not dangerous for this attempt. So these very, very, really astute pilots, like a lot of praise going to the pilots for going through with this and having, first of all, the courage to know the equipment, like to have the faith in their equipment the way they did. But the plane fucking landed without any human, and this. This can mark the beginning of a new era, right? This can be that moment where we're not like a quarter century out or Pluto's run through, right? Where we end up with something like autopilot planes.
Yeah, well, there's like, in warfare, they call them drones, but they're airplanes, right?
Yeah.
And they already are unmanned. So this must be like military technology.
Yeah, I don't know how crudely they land or what kind of cargo they're carrying or whatever, but these had meat suits on there.
Meat suits.
Yeah.
Mortal vessels.
Mortal vessels during a very, busy time of the year. Anyway, it was just like, I think it was super fascinating to me. Like, that's an amazing thing. Like, think about that. Like, self-driving cars was like, what the fuck? Are you serious? You gotta be kidding me. I saw one. Way early, I took pictures of it you remember Google was doing it?
Yes.
So I saw one in Hollywood once, and I took all these pictures and videos of it with my phone.
Uh-huh.
And because it was just the craziest thing I ever saw. Like there was no fucking human being in there. So I couldn't possibly imagine that with a plane, but here we are.
Yeah, I think I'd like to know whether my plane is being flown or whether it's autopiloted before I board it, I mean,
yeah.
Do people get a choice? No.
Who here wants an actual pilot?
Yeah.
Just put up your hand. We'll just take. Okay.
Oh,
I guess we're gonna get a pilot then. All right then.
That's a lot of you.
Almost everybody. Okay.
I thought this was gonna go differently.
You don't care. You're neutral. Okay.
I know some people are going to be like, which one gets me home faster?
Merry Christmas, Cosmic Urgency.
Merry Christmas.
Are we going to do 2026 predictions? No.
No, we have a whole week to do that. The liminal space, the spooky, nobody knows what happens in the week after Christmas, before New Year's.
Yeah.
Nobody remembers what this time is like. It's a dreamscape.
Donald Trump might have to survive spring. And that might be like his actual physical body, or it might just be his presidency. But I will say with some confidence that he might find himself in a one way or another on his way out of his current situation. I mean, astrologically speaking. But as far as predictions go, I mean, predictions are tough because when you see that, you can say like, oh, this is that and could mean this, but to understand truly the dynamic of the situation, and what synastries are involved, and it gets complicated. And I'm not that good of an astrologer to do something like that. But there's a lot of good shit happening. I know that there's every year in astrology is going to have its challenges because there's always going to be squares to Saturn or oppositions to Mars. And when you have those kinds of situations, they can be, profoundly, depending on the actual configuration and the actual um, aspect and what planets are involved, they can be like devastating. And they can also just be, some
what we
bad
know
weather,
about
tough weather.
what we know about Donald Trump's astrology chart is that he is born on an eclipse. People who are born on an eclipse have very significant effects from eclipses.
Yeah.
And there's 4 eclipses every year.
And he's going to have one in his first house.
Yes.
Yeah.
He has a eclipse. 2 eclipses are happening in March. So eclipses typically signify big new beginnings and sudden endings. They're kind of like where astrologers sort of picture it like the fates kind of take over and like flip the tables that you haven't been flipping the tables yourself with,
Yeah.
Like, so things can get kind of like unpredictable during eclipse times. We'll see what happens.
Kylie DiCaprio. Hey, Mr. Hanson's here. What's up? Happy Festivus.
Happy Festivus.
Happy Festivus to you. I love that. Kylie DiCaprio says, Merry Christmas to Cosmic Urgency and to Mr. Hands. You were both very funny and sarcastic to me.
I also love, Kylie DiCaprio said, you know how we were talking about how your dad can't pronounce his name? He calls him Leonardo DiCaprio.
DiCaprio.
So Kylie DiCaprio said, Leonardo decaffeinated.
Exactly. Oh, someone corrected you. Oh, yeah, somebody corrected me. So
Corrected
Steve
you?
Aston, I've always called him, Sean Aston. I've always called him Sean Austin, I think.
Yeah, me too. He's never told me that he's upset by it, so, I never heard from him that I was doing it wrong.
He always used to go like this. And now I know why. I'd be like, what's up, Sean Austin?
Your nostrils flared. Now you know why. You were being rude the whole time. But he's too diplomatic. He's too presidential to say anything.
There's this article here that says that throwing out flame retardant furniture can reduce toxic chemicals in blood study finds.
Yeah, who knew? Spraying a bunch of fucking chemicals on your
listen to this.
housewares and
flame
furniture.
retardants commonly used in furniture linked to serious health issues, including cancer and thyroid diseases.
Yep.
Most furniture made between 1975 and 2015 contained a range of toxic flame retardants. If you have furniture that is older than 2015, you should seriously consider getting rid of it immediately and replacing it. There you go. I guess this is American. Let me just check. Everyone's like, I forget we have to, we're an international show, okay?
Oh, it's so exhausting, man.
This is The Guardian reporting, by the way.
Yeah.
Removing old furniture made with flame retardants from people's homes can significantly reduce the amount of toxic chemicals in the blood. A new 10-year peer-reviewed study by
How does it get in your
regulators
blood?
by California regulators and public health groups has found. The drop that researchers found was a super big deal, said Arlene Blum, the director of the Green Science Policy Institute, who has for decades worked to reduce the level of flame retardants in consumer goods. To my mind, that's a pretty dramatic change, and it shows how you can affect change and improve public health with a regulation, Blum said. Most furniture made with foam between 1975 and 2015 contained any of a range of toxic flame retardants that are linked to serious health problems, and especially present a risk for kids. So just know what you're sitting on. Isn't this a fucking crazy world?
How does it get in your blood?
Isn't that crazy? Like, I can't figure it out because, like, yeah, no, sometimes I've slept on the couch and I'd be like, mouth open and I drool a little bit. Like, is that it? I kid, I joke. I don't know. Obviously,
can I tell you a funny story that has absolutely nothing to do with this topic, but about drooling? Okay. I was at a friend's house.
Yes.
And I was drunk and I passed out.
Yeah.
This is many years ago.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I don't even recall why, but before I passed out drunk.
Yeah.
This was like, messy, like early 20s, late teens type shit,
Yeah,
where you're like, yes, I got wasted, and yes, I passed out. Like adults don't do that, but
No,
I did then.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
For some reason, and I don't know why, I had one of those Jolly Rancher candies in my mouth.
Oh, at the time of passing out? That's dangerous.
I know.
Yeah.
Is that strange?
Super dangerous, yeah.
I was fine.
Yeah.
But when I woke up, there were red...
Because you were going to kiss somebody.
No, certainly not. When I woke up, there were red streaks it was like a strawberry or cherry flavor or whatever. There were red streaks all over me. Like as if I had drooled red, but it was like literally all over my arms, funny. Both sides, my face, my neck and chest. I was like, how the fuck? There's no way that I had drooled all over. But they were certainly it wasn't like marker or something. It was such a mystery.
That's super funny.
I know.
I wish there were pictures.
And I was like, I've just been paranoid about drooling ever since.
Well, you're very lucky you didn't choke and die. Because that's like the story you hear. Somebody passed out drunk with a Jolly Rancher, and that's like their obit, you know?
Can you choke on a Jolly Rancher?
Anything that gets lodged in your...
Could it get lodged?
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean...
I don't know. Whatever. I didn't. It was fine.
How many people have... Should I look it up? If there's a statistic to see how many people have died choking on
No, I don't think
Jolly Ranchers?
I don't think that's very interesting.
They don't want me to
anybody.
look for that. They're like, none. Absolutely
Not that
none.
it's interesting to hear a story about me drooling in my sleep either, but, you know. Nobody's perfect, okay?
I was just shocked by this article.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. It's so disturbing, you know? Like, I'm sure, like, when did we buy that couch? Fuck, 2014. Like, I've got fucking headaches like every fucking day. I'm like, imagine if it's the couch. The fucking couch.
Can you imagine?
The couch.
So they don't make them anymore? What happened in 2015?
I want to ditch that couch. What's that?
What happened in 2015? It changed?
Yeah, rules changed.
That's crazy.
That's why their quote was that, you know, they anyway.
Deanne is bringing up some Lively v. Baldoni comments.
Oh, let's hear it.
So the depositions, according to Deanne, okay, the depositions of the marketing expert for Wayfarer is brutal. She's not qualified. And then Brian Friedman was as close as you can get to being sanctioned by Lyman, who admonished him and warned sanctions.
No, well, we read that on the live, yeah. I think that's the same one. Is this Alexander we're talking about?
Yes, but the depositions apparently were the reason why there was so much bad behavior from the Wayfarer attorneys was because they were trying to train the line of questioning away from what the Lively's attorneys wanted it to be, right? Yeah. Like, so Lively's attorneys are asking, and the expert witness is not doing well. And so the Wayfarer attorneys decided to like bang the table and shit, you know, figuratively speaking, to try and keep them from asking those questions. But yeah, they were discussing this on one of the subreddits too, where they were like, this person's going to get creamed at a trial.
Yeah.
Because apparently, you know, like when you have an expert witness, I haven't seen a bunch of trials, but I've watched a couple of them. And it's really interesting when you have the expert witness, there's always like some establishing questions to help the jury understand their expertise. And there's questions that are like, for instance, if you're an analyst, they'll be like, okay, why do you analyze this kind of data if you're trying to find out this, if you're trying to figure out the facts of this story, why are you analyzing this kind of data? And that's usually something somebody can answer. But this Wayfarer marketing expert apparently couldn't answer the question about why. They only could answer the question about how they use the data, but not why they would go and use that data to make this point. Isn't that interesting?
Yes.
So it doesn't look good for them. Apparently, the person that they chose to has never been an expert witness before.
Let me tell you, this is a case that is not going to be decided by expert witnesses, in my opinion. I don't think that. I think
know, but it doesn't help a jury when they're like, "Wow, so you picked somebody who's never been an expert witness before, who can't answer questions that these lawyers are asking them."
Yeah. So to the extent that their witnesses don't do them any favors,
yeah,
is probably the limit that I think that they're going to have on this jury. You know, because I think that I mean, that might not be entirely true. There might be some issues with, or there might be some, expert testimony that, is needed particularly if there's some forensics that matters.
Well, like, so, okay, they're obviously having an expert witness in marketing come to sort of like poke holes in Lively's not assumption, but her expert witnesses are going to talk about how they manipulated the media, right? And changed how Lively is perceived in the press. Okay. But Wayfarer's expert is apparently going to counter that narrative and I'm assuming show the jury that it's all organic or something. Okay.
Yes.
But a scientist is saying in the chat, it's also insane that the expert couldn't answer basic questions about her methodology. So if they have an expert witness whose entire point is to come up with a conclusion about how the Wayfarer parties are innocent of what they're being accused of, but they can't even explain how they got to that conclusion. They can't even explain their methodology, like why they go and analyze this piece of data, whatever. If the lawyer can make it so that they look confused, then that is really bad for their presentation to the jury. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because then you're like, okay, well, the story that Wayfarer wants to tell can't be supported by an expert. That it's all organic.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I guess it's really about whether or not I just don't. I saw an argument going on about these about all the experts and in the back and forth, they were bringing up the various experts and talking about it. And I think the Darvo expert, her name escapes me for the moment, but anyway, I think she's going to be a very important witness.
I think so too.
In terms of just framing things up for people and understanding how it works, and giving people the sort of the mechanics of
that this is a pattern of behavior that is predictable,
abusive behavior that is predictable. So that's I think there'll be some like certainly effective experts, but I just don't think that I feel like this case is going to be decided on. There's like something going on that's distracting me because Cosmic said ban Deanne, which why?
We won't.
It's like, I know it's Christmas, but why? What do you want for Christmas? To ban Deanne. But Deanne's like, why ban? What? It's like Cosmic Orgy is like random. Get rid of that one.
This is interesting. A scientist says in the chat, is it too much of a conspiracy theory to suggest that the assistant who did the data analysis is connected to Jed Wallace and the data set came from Wayfarer and that's why she couldn't answer the question of how she got it?
Wow.
That's really interesting. If they were like, they gave her the data and they're like, okay, analyze this and make a report about this shit that we gave you.
Yeah, I mean, it's entirely possible. I
know.
I would imagine that would come out in the questioning though, because they're gonna talk about what specific data set she was on, right? They're not gonna. They're not just gonna get her to opine on something that's undefined.
That's a great conspiracy theory. I love that.
Well, it would come out.
Mm-hmm.
Deanne brought Lively. Oh, brought it up.
Oh, that's why Deanne gets banned?
He was like, it's Christmas.
Can we not talk about the Baldonis and the
Christmas.
What is this? Cosmic Urgency calls it Baldively or?
But yeah, something like that.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's the trial of the century now. It's the new trial of the century. You knew it was going to come up anyway because of that incredibly cool bit of news you brought to the table with the SAG modification or adoption, whatever you call it. I'm super impressed by it.
Okay, Kindly DiCaprio says, my cousin thought that Toby was really cute in Dawn's Plum, so she's a bit sad about what happened, but still glad the movie exists for us.
Yeah.
And also forgot to tell her that Jeremy Sisto was in it briefly, so she freaked out and is still jealous that you guys were friends.
Yeah. Yeah. I know, I'm such a great guy.
That's so cute that Kindly DiCaprio showed Dawn's Plum to her cousin.
It's flattering and awesome. I love it.
Mr. Hans 57 said that Dale and Jeremy Sisto were legally married until 2002. That's so random.
Before men could get married legally.
Right.
It's very funny. Kindly DiCaprio Was it Kelly DiCaprio?
What happened?
Let me go back to it. Oh yeah, it was Kelly DiCaprio said that Sean Baker is an inspiration to her as well, it's in a similar way that I am, or Don Plum, I would presume, more specifically. I think those are like really good like inspirations as far as like working with the shit you have. I mean, I think Tangerine, I think the budget on that was like $100,000 or something, or 200,000, which is still a pretty good budget. I mean, way more than we had in cash. But I would say relatively, we were in similar modes because I think he wasn't able to kind of pull the favors we were able to pull, you know, because we had DiCaprio.
Yeah.
So with DiCaprio, we were able to get a lot of favors, you know, obviously, because a lot of people wanted to work with him and have that on their resume. So anyway, very interesting.
Cosmic Urgency has a question for you.
Matteo's back in Italy for the holidays.
Oh, sweet.
I've only been to Italy once. I spent a very brief amount of time in there, and it was all in Rome. I didn't do any like purposefully tourist shit. I did my own pounding of my pavement touristy shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't get any groups with headphones or none of that shit. I just walked around and
it's not pavement, by the way. It's like cobblestones.
Stone. I know. I was there.
I pounded the cobblestones. Do you want to know what
anyway, I loved it.
Do you want to know what those are called in Portuguese?
Yeah.
They're really fun.
Okay.
Cobblestone.
Yeah.
You know, because they're little parallel rocks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're called parallelepipedou.
Parallelepipedou?
Yeah.
Parallelepipedou.
When you're learning Portuguese, it's really fun to just like remember confusing, complicated
I would write a
words.
song, Parallelepipedou. I would like, it would be, that's like so perfect. It's just easy.
That's why I remember it, because it's a cute word. Cosmic Urgency has a question for you.
Yeah.
Dale,
yes.
Were you more attracted to Kirsten Dunst or Kate Hudson in the 2000s?
I was attracted to neither.
Neither.
But I would say that if I had to choose between the two, I would go with Kate.
Kate Hudson.
Yes.
And is it because you are not into blondes?
Blondes aren't. Yeah, I mean, I am more. Innately, I'm more attracted to brunettes. It's not something I actually like conscientiously are like. She's a blonde. No.
Yeah, it's really like that anyway.
I thought I was going to marry a blonde at one point, but it just turns out that if you like lined up all of my romantic encounters, my romantic relationships in my life, there's not like 5 of them or whatever. You put them all there. It's like one blonde and all brunettes, and the rest are brunettes. So, but they were both very attractive women.
My choice would be Kirsten Dunst because I like her teeth so much.
She does have a great smile. Kirsten Dunst looks a lot like the blonde girl that I dated, and that for several years. We lived together for like 4 years. Yeah, blonde with a interesting cut of teeth.
I think cute girls with like a slightly crooked teeth are just super adorable.
Yeah, it is. The other problem with me and Kirsten Dunst is
adorable.
Her age. Just not that her age is a big issue, but that like I was exposed to her as a child when she was in.
Oh yeah, of course, for Interview with a Vampire, right?
Yeah, so it'd be like really
so
weird.
She's always been a child actor to you. Yeah, I get it.
Brittany Murphy,
right.
There was like attraction between us, but when I met Brittany, she was 17 years old or 16 years old or something, you know? So like when she got to her 20s and, we're both adults and, it was suddenly it turned into an attraction that I was like, yeah, Dale, I remember when she was just like practically a kid in braces,
Yeah, she's like your friend's sister or something.
That played in my head and
right.
and kind of ended any kind of even possible pursuit. But it turns out our astrology.
Look at you being normal and well-adjusted.
Turns out our astrology is spot on too. Like,
oh yeah, I know.
Me and Brittany Murphy. That is.
When you look at Dale's chart and Brittany Murphy's chart, you guys would have had. There's synastry that makes it seem like you guys would have been really, really good for each other in a relationship.
Yeah. We had trining Jupiters.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That would have been amazing. That's like power couple shit.
Yeah, because Jupiter's, so the aspects have a planetary sort of aspect to them. So, for example, sextile is in the way of Venus, so it brings harmony. And so whereas the trine is the way of Jupiter, in the benefic sense, and to benefic.
So it's like a crazy force multiplier of Jupiter in people's charts.
Yeah, it's like
super
MSG.
Yeah, abundance, good fortune, expansion, all the wonderful, joyful things.
Me and Brittany, bro, we could have taken over the world.
Mm-hmm. It's a shame you guys didn't end up together.
Yeah, it would have changed both of our fates probably.
Yeah.
I can't say that I'm. I mean, I would do anything to not have that fate of hers.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Anything I could, but can't imagine a life without you.
Deanne said that this is what Deanne does professionally, is cross-examine experts. Isn't that fucking cool?
Tell us about it.
I know, that's so neat.
I'll tell you, man, my favorite part of watching the O.J. Simpson trial was the experts.
I think that's my favorite part of any trial that I ever see.
I love it.
Is the cross-examination of the experts.
Yeah.
I just
don't know how the experts are going to be particularly valuable in this case, except for maybe exposing, some of the. So I think where the experts are going to matter, if they matter in this case, is going to be exposing the placements. What
do you mean?
So using forensics to attribute certain posts to certain people,
right,
or affiliated to certain people.
Exactly. Well, I think that the biggest thing that they would use an expert for is to refute the claim that all of Blake Lively's bad press was organic.
Of course.
Also, they had.
So only experts can get that.
She's probably going to have an expert clarify for the jury how much money she lost in her businesses as a result of what Baldoni and his PR did. Right. So you need an expert to analyze all that, with charts and shit. How much money lost, how much money would have been projected that didn't end up happening.
Mr. Hans just gave me a Christmas present. You want to hear it?
What is it?
He said, "Is it true that a plank of wood passed on Spider-Man, and so they went with Tobey Maguire as a backup?"
He's as captivating.
It's like a total Christmas present.
Seriously, I don't understand it. My theory about Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is that Sam Raimi really loves actors who are like caricatures. Am I saying that right?
Caricatures.
I
got you.
I'm still not saying it right.
I'll say it. I can handle it. No problem.
Yeah.
Caricatures.
So how Bruce Campbell was kind of looked like a comic, like he was drawn from a comic book.
Yes.
Every single character Sam Raimi ever uses are really strange looking and strange acting. And that's part of the appeal. So I think that's why he cast him. But I don't think that Tobey Maguire recognized that. He thought that he was just going to be a handsome leading man guy. That's why the J.K. Simmons, that actor who's he's such a character face.
Yeah, Whiplash is
that's why he's in that
super
movie.
famous for. Yeah.
Anyway.
No, it makes perfect sense. Actually, I like that as an aesthetic, but
I don't think Tobey Maguire ever recognized that he's super weird looking, and that's why he got picked.
Yeah, I mean, I think like most of us, we have our opinions of ourselves, which very different, which differ wildly from actual opinions of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I'm a great guy.
You are a great guy.
Stop. Oh, stop. Stop it. Stop. Kate Hudson turned down Mary Jane in Spider-Man. Imagine if it was Kate Hudson and DiCaprio, how bad that would be. First of all, I'd be like, are you guys related?
Oh, yeah.
I know?
Right.
Are you guys sisters?
I can't even imagine. Ugh.
Yeah.
They would have dyed his hair brown.
Do you remember how offended Kirsten Dunst got about somebody stealing their kiss? The upside down kiss they did that was so famous.
Uh-huh.
And there was another movie that had come out at the time and was being recognized in the same awards season and she was presenting, and they did in this movie an upside down kiss that was similar, I suppose, to the one by Toby and her, and And she just like got all up about it. She got all uppity about it. Is that a word? Should I use that?
No, uppity is a word you don't use.
I should take that back.
Well, it's just like one of those words.
I used it though, yeah.
It's like there's so many words in American English that it just comes from racism and slavery days and all this horrible history.
Yeah, I'm trying to clean them out.
So uppity is one of them.
Got to get rid of that one?
Yeah, that's one we don't use.
Okay.
She got upset is what you want to say. But she was probably just playing. I mean, if it's...
No. It was like, it was this like...
There's no way she had sincerely
It was like a scorched earth moment. She was like, we did it first, okay? That was our kiss. And it wasn't even funny.
No, I know, she's joking.
I was like super uncomfortable. I wasn't in the room, right? It was in my living room.
No, but I'm sure it was on the teleprompter.
But while I was in the living room, it wasn't. It wasn't. I know it wasn't.
How do you
I could
know?
tell because I could tell.
You know she's an actor.
I'm a filmmaker. I could tell. As a filmmaker, I know. Can I just take that? I'll just take that privilege all the time. I'd be like, no. As a filmmaker, somebody would be like, I'm having pain right around here. I'll be like, well, as a filmmaker, I can tell you that's probably nothing at all.
Oh, I know. Like today, I was like, you can't do that. It's Christmas.
Yeah, I love all that.
Just do that all week. It's Christmas week. Are you ever going to watch a movie by Sean Baker?
Why wouldn't I?
Because, you have. You saw Tangerine, right?
Yeah. Why? Because of his controversial sets? Is that why?
No. I think that Anora is going to come to streaming soon.
I've been waiting.
You want to see it?
Yeah, I want to see Anora. Of course I want to see Anora.
I think I'm prepared to be really disappointed in it.
I'm prepared to enjoy it. I think he's a damn fine filmmaker. I think that my expectation is that he's going to, I think he's going to do great.
Mateo has a question.
It's on Disney Plus.
It is now?
We can rent it actually. So maybe we'll rent it.
From Disney Plus?
No, you can rent it, period. It's on Disney Plus if you're subscribed.
Listen, Mateo has a question.
Yeah.
Do you know how much an actor has been paid for a movie like Max? Like the most money an actor has ever made in a movie, for a movie.
No, well, what they make and what they're paid are two different things, actually. Because what they're paid, and what I mean by that
the question is an actor has been paid for a movie.
Oh, it's got to be like in the 100 million zone. Let's find out. We'll ask the internet. It's because we're talking about back end, because I think if Blake Lively's contract was gross, she made 30 million on It Ends With Us.
Yeah, and so DiCaprio, but in the beginning he gets paid 30 million, right?
Yeah, he gets a guarantee of.
So
he's one of the highest paid actors in Hollywood.
So that's my question.
But he probably doesn't get the same kind of back end.
Like, is he the actor who makes the most money up front? Like when he signs on, that's how much money he makes.
Yeah, but that's not the question. The question is, what's the most money?
Do you know how much an actor has been paid for a movie max? 25 million for a role?
Well, what is the most money an actor has made for one movie?
SC said Robert Downey Jr. 80 million for the next 2 Avenger films. That's so much money.
So the most money an actor has made for a single movie is around $100 million, primarily through massive back-end deals.
Yeah, right.
Like Tom Cruise's earnings for Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, wow.
And Bruce Willis's for The Sixth Sense. And Men in Black 3 for Will Smith. Keanu Reeves, Matrix trilogy, earnings topped about $150 million across the films.
Mateo said that Sebastian Stan has been paid $70 million for an Avengers movie.
I don't even know who that.
He deserves it. He's good.
Who is he?
He was in I, Tonya. We liked him a lot.
Oh.
He also played Donald Trump in the Apprentice.
We gotta watch that. I gotta see that.
Yeah, because now we're watching Succession with Jeremy Strong.
Yeah,
he's in that too.
So 100 million, 150 million or more, or 100 million or more.
$100 million for a single movie.
For a movie.
And so they work for like 6 months?
Sometimes, maybe less, sometimes more. It depends on the movie, depends on the director. If it's probably for these Marvel movies, they might get the script the day before they start, for all I fucking know. I'd be like, oh, let me see that thing. I'll finally read it. I've been busy spending.
I'd be busy spending too.
Every time I see Potato,
Welcome back. Merry Christmas.
My brain spits out like 7 different names that isn't potato potato.
Why?
I don't know. I'm asking my brain that. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? SC is back. What's up? What's up, SC?
Mr. Hands 57, do you remember the press for Spider-Man? Sam Raimi continually kept mentioning how unremarkable looking Toby was while he was sat right next to him looking super uncomfortable. LMAO.
It's an interesting story because, like, you know, I have my theories about why Tobey Maguire became Spider-Man. Sam Raimi insists that it was his idea, but I don't quite buy it. I think that he was led to believe that it was his idea, you know? But I believe that Tobey was kind of placed in that role. IMO. I have no proof.
Potato's like, Robert Downey Jr. isn't even that good in those movies.
Yeah, it's definitely not his peak stuff, you know?
I know.
Did you see him in Chaplin?
Yes, I did. And Less Than Zero. And like a bunch of 80s movies where he had smaller parts.
Yeah, where he was brilliant time and again.
He's just really great. And also Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. He's fantastic in that movie.
Yeah.
I would watch that again.
Me too. I haven't seen it. I barely remember it, but I remember loving him.
Mr. Hands 57 said that Matt Damon was offered 10% of the Avatar franchise and turned it down. He said the Bostonian goof.
It's a good thing. It's a good move. He didn't want to he didn't want his career to be defined by, like, you know, at some point money shouldn't matter. This guy was saying about Stephen King and his books and like, why doesn't he just give them away? Like money, he cannot ever, what are you selling for? What are we doing? And it's the same for these actors. Nobody needs to make $150 million on a fucking movie. It's just so they can sit around and talk about it. It's so they can sit around and talk about it.
I do.
Do you know what Angela and I had planned for if we won the $1.8 billion in our 1 in 350 million chance? We're going to become anti-capitalist landlords.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's the greatest fantasy ever, guys. Check this out.
We're going to buy apartments.
Awesome. You buy apartments.
And then you reduce everybody's rent to maintenance and taxes.
No, but you do the whole thing where you're like, okay, so we're your new apartment managers.
Yeah.
And while we're figuring everything out in our transition, I'm just going to let you know that some things are going to change around here. And
that includes the rent.
And your rent is probably going to change.
Your rent is going to change. Like, just totally tease them out. We have all this silly dream.
But then what ends up happening is that you're like,
you get like we said you get a basket with all this, because we also like, we talked about like taking over apartments and trying to focus on apartments that had a land that we could also create gardens, like food forests.
Yep.
So that like people could actually eat off the apartment land itself as well. So we had all these like, you know, these pipe dreams of like beating up on capitalism with their own money.
Yeah. So what happens when you make the transition and they're expecting their rents to go up, or, you know, because you've told them it's going to change, is that they get a letter and you're like, first 2 months of rent is forgiven, and then after that it's $300 a month just to cover the taxes, and that's it. So you give people who have been living in these apartments in whatever city, you know, whatever city we want to live in, because we can pick, because we're billionaires. Right.
Yeah.
And then you just have a bunch of people who are living like super small time. And that way they don't have to work 3 jobs anymore, and they can pursue creative life and live in your apartment building.
You know what's crazy is that I just looked up the net worth of Robert Downey Jr. and they're saying estimates around 300 million. How? That's crazy. I don't know how that's possible.
That it's so little?
Yeah.
That's probably not true. I don't even know how they make those estimations. Do you know?
Because Leo, his net worth is around $300 million, and he has definitely not had the same kind of box office that Robert Downey Jr. has had. No way.
Potato said, I wish Marvel would just end. I'm so tired of the superhero movies.
Top box office. I'm fucking with you 100%, dude. After seeing Superman and everybody falling over it and calling it the best Superman maybe ever, and you know, it was, to me, just not that. Top box office actors of all time. Rock Hudson he tops the list.
Really?
No. Humphrey Bogart.
What? Come on. Do you want to hear this disagreement in the chat?
Yeah.
Potato said, James Cameron is a fantastic director. He can make as many avatars as he wants in my mind. But then Cosmic Urgency is disagreeing, obviously. Because Cosmic Urgency is a contrarian, right?
Yeah.
Which is so entertaining.
Yeah.
James Cameron is cringe, ironically thin-skinned. And if he doesn't care about the Oscars and looks down on them, then why'd he give that embarrassing "I'm the king of the world" speech when he won? It's true. I mean, that's valid. Deanne said that he lives here in New Zealand and he's awful. I guess that's where all the, he has to live somewhere near all his submarines. Are you with me?
I am.
What are you doing?
I'm looking at Leonardo DiCaprio is worth $300 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
Robert Downey Jr. is worth $300 million. So I'm looking at the list of the highest grossing actors.
They probably just don't report after that.
The highest grossing actors. Okay. And can you guess who might be the first one? Highest grossing actors of all time. Can you guess who might be the first one?
Tom Cruise.
Can anyone guess without looking?
Tom Cruise.
Don't cheat. You're only cheating yourself. Can you guess who is the top grossing actor of all time? Who'd you say? Tom Cruise?
Uh-huh.
Okay. No.
No?
No. Tom Cruise is sixth.
So Robert Downey Jr. No?
No.
Really?
No. Robert Downey Jr. is third. There are only two people.
Oh, Johnny Depp?
No, I don't believe he's on this list.
Well, because Pirates of the Caribbean was a really big deal. So who else, bro?
Johnny Depp is not on the list.
Who else is in there? Okay, what's the answer?
Scarlett Johansson. Number one.
What?
Yeah. Scarlett Johansson has grossed $15,187,811,191.
Is it sexist that I only thought of male actors? Or is it because you said actor and not actress that made me think that? So
I wasn't leading you. No. Don't put this on me. Don't put your narrow-mindedness on me.
But that's what made me think in sexist ways.
Is it Kevin Connolly? Asked Mr. Hands.
Definitely not. Mateo guessed Jack Nicholson. That's a good guess.
Jerry Seinfeld. Samuel Jackson's number two. Leonardo DiCaprio is not on this list.
Samuel L. Jackson?
Yeah.
Weird. That's weird. I mean, I love him just like everybody else, but I didn't think he was the highest grossing.
Then there's a different category for all roles, which includes voice acting. And can you guess who might be on all roles, including voice acting? Who might be?
Tom Hanks.
The number one is Stan Lee.
Oh,
yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I never would have guessed.
And then Sam Jackson. John Ratzenberger. He's a big shot, man. Inside Out.
I feel like this is boring.
No, it's entertaining. Look, maybe it's not entertaining for you, okay? But it's not all about you. I know it's Christmas, but you know what I mean? You got to share. How did I trick you?
Oh, because you said actors.
Oh,
so
no,
I wasn't even thinking.
I didn't trick anybody.
But I wouldn't have guessed Scarlett Johansson anyway. I would have been like, oh, okay, Julia Roberts, right? Like huge stars. Madonna.
Well, she's in Avengers and Endgame. So she's just so big.
Good for her.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty. Zoe Saldana, because she's in the Avatars, is number 4 on the list.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Pratt edges out Tom Cruise on this list. And he does commercials.
So rich.
Always blows my mind that they do commercials,
I know. Like, what are you doing? Well, the worst is when you're a commercial actor and you go and you audition for commercials and then you see a bunch of fucking actors who are like gazillionaires taking all these like commercial roles that should go to small fries, who are auditioning, trying to get ads. It was like every other customer that came into the espresso bar in Hollywood was one of these commercial actors. I'd see them on TV all the time because they were just constantly booking commercials.
Yeah, I know. I knew them. I mean,
It's so frustrating to see like actors take those roles,
I had a friend who that's all he would book like little. He was in Can't Hardly Wait, if you know that movie.
Yeah.
He was he actually directed Bradley Cooper because they grew up together in Philly. And his uncle was Jack Klugman, the guy who played Quincy. Anyway, this guy, man, commercial. And then, he started writing.
He made good money doing it.
He wrote some movies and got like some action. Him and his writing partner. And so they ended up like writing a Tron, and like they rebooted Tron. They were the ones who rebooted it.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, it was a big deal. It ended up in arbitration, like most things in the WGA, but it was a big deal. But anyway, he was like a big commercial guy, and then he couldn't really get his career as an actor really kicked off, or really as a writer director in mainstream like features, even with Bradley Cooper's help. So he ended up another friend. Like, some people just have all the fucking luck in this world. He's a terrific guy, so it's totally understandable why he's got this kind of support system around him. But like, this dude was like, "Hey man, I can get you in to pitch this Microsoft account. Come up with an idea and just pitch it for Surface commercials, to pitch them as the creator of the commercial." So he walked in and he fucking killed the board meeting. Like, he absolutely murdered it. And he landed this gig where he got to be the ad agency, and he launched an ad agency, and now he's the T-Mobile guy. Like, all the T-Mobile commercials you're seeing right now, it's all through his agency.
That's his weird voice on the T-Mobile
ads,
right?
That's his weird voice at the end of it.
Yeah, I was so surprised, and you're like, well, yeah, that's my friend. He writes he makes the commercials. So instead of hiring somebody with who doesn't have a lisp,
yeah,
like he's got a literal speech impediment. It's so strange sounding.
He did a short called The Great Upside Down with Ethan Embry, and that's why because you were friends with Ethan, and when he came by and he was hanging out with you at the bar, I was like,
I
hey,
wasn't friends with him.
Well, you were friendly.
I don't think he even knew my name, but I worked regular hours that he would come into the coffee shop. He was just a customer, like a regular,
I mean, he acted like he knew you.
Yeah, I mean, you do that with your regulars,
Hey, I'm just going with what I see. You know what I'm saying? I'm just using these things as best I can. All right? Got these things, and I'm just using them. But he didn't remember me, and I was all like sad about it, because I knew him before that. I knew both him and his brother, and we didn't hang out extensively, but I was like, I guess I didn't make an impression. And then we hung out again later when he made The Great Upside Down with Brian Klugman. But it was where I was going with that anyway, was that this movie it starts out where you think they're not upside down, and then the camera's slowly turning. It's just turning, like the camera's just slowly turning while they're dialoguing, until it ends up that they're hanging, and then it widens out and it shows that they're hanging by their feet.
Did that work?
It did. It was a great little short. But
you liked it?
But it was like an ad. Like, when I saw it, I was like, this guy's going to be, and I said this to Artie Robb at the time after
You're psychic.
I went to the set, I watched the short afterwards. I was like, this guy's going to make commercials. Like, he's just not going to star in them. He's going to make them. It was a call I made, 100%. And it was because of that short. I'm a fucking genius, okay? Merry Christmas.
Cosmic Urgency said that Ethan Embry is in Scream 7.
Oh, that's so great.
I'm glad he's working. He's a real sweetheart.
He's a nice guy. He's a very nice guy. He's a real one.
Oh,
man.
my God. I remember the story. Dale was hanging out. You had just showed up, but Ethan was already there.
Oh,
and it was late at night.
Oh, this
and
is
there was
night.
There was this guy who showed up at so the coffee shop was it was basically like a bar. Like, picture a bar.
I actually got in between them.
I know, but listen, so you can picture a bar, and it's got it's really narrow, kind of like a train car, and then there's the bar that's long, and then that's where we were all sitting. And then in the front there's like these big windows and then there's like outdoor seating just outside.
And by big windows, we like 5-foot panes, like big giant
like
windows.
the front of it is windows. But the whole it's only just in the front that there's windows, and it's kind of far away from the bar, so everywhere else is like not lit. So it's dark on purpose. We wanted to be like a bar that for sober people, so that you can
come in and have
hang out at a bar, but it's just coffee and tea and shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this guy shows up, and it's late at night, and he starts to, I don't know why he started to pick a fight with Ethan. He started to pick a fight with me, and then with...
This was the Australian guy, right?
No, it wasn't. It was somebody else, but it was like obvious when the guy showed up that he was like, he was trouble. And then he started to really freak out, and I kicked him out, and he left. He started, I think I locked the door.
We ended up having to lock the door because he came, or you ended up locking the door because he came in twice afterward.
Right.
And
he
then,
was just
and
bad
then
news.
Ethan got up and was gonna it was gonna get physical.
That's right.
So I got in between them because
I know.
I was telling Ethan, I was like, "Don't get into this.
My
you don't
point
want
for bringing
this,
it up was that Ethan was trying to protect us all. And
he
it was so
was
sweet.
He was.
But the guy
he was
ended
particularly
up,
concerned for you, I'm sure.
I know, but the guy ended up going out to the front and he started throwing chairs and tables around like he was trying to break the glass. It was like so extreme. And he didn't or anything. And I think he ended up just leaving.
Yeah.
But it was really extreme situation. But Ethan was like ready to fucking throw down for our benefit. And I just thought that was really amazing. Yeah. Super stupid. Like you never want to be hanging out with somebody where they're like going to go to jail or get themselves hurt.
I said to him,
fighting.
dude, I was like, one bad thing, this can turn into such a bad thing. Don't do this. Don't make this a bad thing.
Yeah, because obviously this guy's the fucking strange weirdo is like looking for.
Let's call police.
He's trying to spill blood.
Let's stay out of this so that your life is not damaged by this, because who knows what will happen. I mean, we're in LA, dude.
I know, it would have been on TMZ and shit too, because he's a celebrity.
My girlfriend on Vancouver Island had a friend, her best friend, whose father was in a chivalrous moment trying to protect a Caesar's Pizza clerk, a female, who was being harassed by a drunk dude.
Okay, so your friend's father?
My friend's father, yes.
So he went to go grab a pizza, and he walked into Caesar's Pizza.
Yeah, Little
Caesars.
Caesars.
Then there was somebody there who was berating the clerk.
Like, and being like really like belligerent and problematic.
Okay.
And harassing. And she was trying to get him, she said, you should leave, and he wouldn't leave and all this other stuff. So this guy, my friend's father was like, you gotta get the fuck out of here or whatever. The guy resisted. He took a swing at my friend's dad. My friend's dad gives him a clip to the jaw, hits him square, knocks the fucker out. He falls down. He hits his head on a table and dies.
Because he struck his head?
Yeah. So my friend's dad goes to jail for manslaughter.
Yeah, fuck, dude.
Because he was protecting this woman behind, as opposed to just like either wrestling him down or just
there's no way to have
or just
a fight.
saying you've got this is your last chance before we call the police.
Right. There's no safe way to have a fight in public when there's a bunch of fucking, concrete and fucking, parking meters and anything else that somebody could hit their head on. No way.
So she was devastated. Right. And it just affected me so heavily. Like I was just
so you were remembering that night when Ethan was like, I'm going to fucking kick this guy's ass?
Immediately. It's like anytime I see where there's like a potential where some belligerent fool is about to drag some individual who wants to do something that's rather heroic or just, and every time I think about him, immediately I'm like, don't do that. Don't. Because all it takes is this guy hit his head on the table, bro, on the way down in a KO punch and ended his life.
And he asked for the punch too. I mean, come on.
No. 100% like justified like this. I mean, it wasn't justified because he shouldn't have thrown the punch, and that's what the judge was said. Like the judge was like, apparently in the sentencing, he was like, you threw a punch that was meant to damage. You didn't try to subdue him. You didn't. So, and where I'm going with this is that you're not like Ethan Embry got big chested. He got puffy chested. I was like, whoa. Because as soon as that happens, suddenly it's like he throws, you throw. We got problems. Now we got a bigger problem. Now we got a much bigger problem than just one guy. Now we got two guys who are throwing. That's fucking highly disturbing,
right.
As opposed to say one guy who's throwing in 1, 2, or 3 guys who are holding him down till the cops get there. Because that's where my brain goes now immediately. I would have been that like puffy chested, chivalrous guy were it not for
that story.
Shauna's dad.
Yeah.
100% I would be, it's my way my brain works. And interestingly enough though, like if I'm drunk, I can be that guy. Because I was in LA once and we were in a Burger King or whatever, and I got into this. Oh no, well never mind. I'm not going to tell that story. I'll say that one for another night. It's a good story. Say that for another night actually. But
moral of the story: don't start fights with strangers. Don't engage in fights with strangers.
Yes.
Don't get into fights. Like I see a bunch of these videos online where people are like, punching strangers on the subway and shit. And I'm like, man, that is fucking risky business. Because you don't know how that person's going to fall badly, and now you're culpable for whatever happened to them just because they antagonized you into punching them, Yeah. It's like so stupid. You got to just be pacifists out in public.
I forgot about the Kennedy. I forgot about a uplifting news one. I got another one. You want it? Before we go?
Is it really uplifting?
Yeah, it's uplifting, yeah.
Because there was another one that wasn't.
No, they're all uplifting. That's not true. All right?
What is it?
You're lifted up by that. You just don't know it yet. You'll see. You'll be like, why can't I sleep? That's why.
It's because
I uplifted you.
Because we had pecan pie. that I probably made too sweet.
This is uplifting in my world, but Kennedy Center Christmas Eve jazz concert canceled after Trump name added to building. And you're like, okay, whatever, right? But listen to the actual article. A planned Christmas Eve concert at the Kennedy Center, a holiday tradition dating back more than 20 years, has been canceled. The show's host, musician Chuck Redd, so a 20-year tradition, multiple presidents. The show's host, musician Chuck Redd, says that he called off the performance in the wake of the White House announcing that last week President Trump's name would be added to the facility.
He called it off?
As of last Friday, the building's facade reads, the Donald Trump and the John F. Kennedy Memorial Center for the Performing Arts. Pardon me. And I think I'm about to vomit. I think that's really what that is. I think that's just me. My whole body is totally, you know what I'm saying? Like
it's your spirit thrashing around in there.
Imagine naming a building after yourself. Like imagine that. Imagine like, I think I shall name this after myself. I heard about this one actor. I can't remember who it was.
You do that as a memorial, right? Like it's always like this is a building, or like
no. Then your estate does that. Like,
or did he donate so much money that
it's an honor bestowed on you, not one you ask for. Right. I heard once about a donation being made to a school by an entertainer who once went to that school, and that there was a condition that whatever it was that the donation was for, which was a facility, it might have been a gym or it might have been a music room or I don't know what the fuck it was, but they wanted it named after themselves. That was one of the stipulations that they asked in terms of like making the donation to make the fucking building happen. And of course the school was like, absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
And it's just like, but I remember going, well, that's not cool.
I know.
That's not cool. I'm glad you have all the money in the world to congratulate yourself in this way. But like, that's not fucking
That's really
cool.
weird.
As of last Friday, it was named Donald J. Trump. And so this is what I love the quote. He said, "When I saw the name change on the Kennedy Center website and then hours later on the building, I chose to cancel our concert," Redd told the Associated Press in an email Wednesday. Redd, a drummer and a vibraphone player, today I learned, who has toured with everyone from Dizzy Gillespie to Ray Brown, has been presiding over the holiday jazz jams at the Kennedy Center since 2006, succeeding bassist William Keeter Betts. Now, I haven't looked up who William Keeter Betts is, but you can bet he's somebody.
That's great to exercise your power in that, like, you're like, I am, my strength is in my labor and I will withhold my labor, and everyone is going to be like, oh, that sucks. You know, it's a really great form of protest, you know?
I fucking love it. It's like inspiring as fuck to me. And I love that. Like, I love the people who don't give a fuck, you know, like the ones who don't give a fuck, the ones who can't be bought, the ones who are actually, and it's always jazz musicians. What's the old saying about a jazz musician? Like if you want to be a rock star learns 3 chords and plays in front of tens of thousands of people. A jazz musician learns 1,000 chords and plays in front of a handful of people or whatever it is. Like they don't, like, jazz musicians don't give a fuck, right? They're like, they're in deep into the spiritual and, you know, blissful effects and whatever of music and being a musician and so on. So anyway, I just loved this, and I'm so glad I didn't miss it because it's a Christmassy thing. Because anytime that people stand up to bullies, I'm in, bro.
I saw another news story too. You know how a lot of towns will allow people to name the snowplow? Have you seen these contests?
Oh, I love that. No.
You haven't?
No.
It's really adorable. There's a lot of towns that will put out a survey and they'll ask for the public to name the snowplow. And a lot of times
it's all well and good until it kills somebody.
Sometimes the names will be chosen by children, like at a local school or something. And then they'll put it out for a vote. There's like, these are the 3 names we're thinking of. And so the snowplow that year gets named. I don't know if it's a new snowplow that keeps the name or whether it's every year.
It's a plow without a name.
It's very adorable.
Yeah.
Tradition. But there was some town, I think in Michigan or something, where they named the snowplow is named Abolish Ice. Isn't that great?
I love it. Hey, listen, man, I'm just going to, like, not to leave it on a bad note, but like, I'm just going to get this one out of the way then anyway, because these motherfuckers were working on
a bad note
on Christmas Eve ice. And in Maryland, 2 were hurt in they shot at a car on Christmas fucking Eve. I mean, just These fucking criminals, man.
Did you hear about the couple that was arrested for kidnapping 2 ICE agents that came to their house?
Oh no, but I love this.
And they held them.
It's like the ref.
I saw it on social media because people kept sharing the mug shots and the headline saying "Free them immediately." They did nothing wrong.
Immediately. That's hilarious.
They did nothing wrong. But these ICE agents came to their house to try and fuck with them or whatever, and they just kidnapped them and held them there.
Slow Car said that they were going to do a concert at the Rob F. Kennedy Center, but a worm ate half the building.
Yeah, right.
It's such a
brainworm.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see a few more here.
Hey, are you sad that it's almost the end of Christmas? That Christmas is almost over?
We'll say, listen, it's time is such a conundrum, because you kind of want it to keep going, and then you kind of want it to stop.
Yeah.
Because if it keeps going, you're one day closer, 1 year closer to the end, all these things. But if it stops and you can live within this stopped state, then you can maybe live forever. So, there's this, but you want it to continue because there are some times when you need life to move on. You need things to, and I need 2025 to go away.
Oh, yeah, right.
This year's, and it's, a highly expected thing, but, I don't think we have seen a worse year. And I don't think I've seen a worse year. And, obviously, like you, I've lived through 9/11. I lived through, a lot of shit already. So, but I think this was the worst one. I think, Gaza and just there's just too much. It was just too much.
Until 2028.
Ukraine. Did you know that on the
Nobody tell Dale about 2028.
Well, so did you know that the estimate of life loss on the Russian front line is 30,000 troops a month?
A month?
Of Russians or troops fighting for Russia.
Wow. So they're just exterminating their own?
Yeah. They've lost whatever it is, a couple million people.
That's
already.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah. That is such a war-torn country, in the same way that it was, I told you guys the story about Edgar Cayce, the sleeping prophet, the guy who used to be able to go to sleep and then he'd be able to travel cosmically, astral project ostensibly to a body where he could tell you all about that body, what its heart rate was, what their blood pressure was, all this amazing shit. And so he was able to also find out what was wrong with the body, and he'd be able to diagnose things and even add to it a prognosis, even medical ideas. It was a crazy sort of thing. But he died rather young, relatively young, did Edgar Cayce. And part of what some people think brought his death was World War II, because during World War II, he was doing something he was doing thousands and thousands of words of readings, a week or a day or whatever it was. It was just an astronomical number of going and trying to go into this state and go and find, loved ones who were abroad fighting this war. And he would tell them of their state. Were they alive and were they well and so on and so forth. And that's what you have in Russia in terms of the number of people just being delivered bad news every single day. Mm-hmm. That their loved one is dead fighting this fucking senseless, stupid war. That they're going to end up with land, minerals. Get the fuck out of here. Fucking minerals.
I'm surprised that they don't have a revolution about that, because that's wild that they keep getting dragged into. And these are conscripted soldiers too. They don't have a choice in it, right?
Correct.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Well, that's my understanding, I guess I should say.
Cosmic Urgency wants to know what happens in 2028.
Oh my God, dude.
Okay, so astrologically, it's going to be dicey.
Yeah, it's pretty dicey.
So here we are in the middle of a cycle that began in 2020 when Pluto and Saturn conjoined. So they were joining forces. Saturn is the planet of barriers and very serious, very sobering maturity, really kind of downer shit, right? That's Saturn, right? Always poops on the party. And then Pluto.
I don't agree, but okay.
And then Pluto is known, not always, I'm talking just negatively, right? Pluto is known as the destroyer. So Pluto will destroy systems and patterns that no longer serve us so that something else can be created. But the process is typically pretty painful. it's a very underworld journey, right? Pluto standing for the underworld and Hades, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Saturn and Pluto conjoined in 2020, and all the astrologers were like, 2020, something fucking serious is going to happen. It's going to be big interruptions that are kind of going to be like very damaging, right?
That have the
if
ability
it was
to be
a
very
worldwide
damaging.
quarantine was predicted, not specifically, but when it started happening, they're like, okay, that's what it is. That's what we're experiencing. So in 2028, that is when Saturn squares Pluto, which is the next in the cycle. That's the next time that it's in a harsh aspect to each other. And that's a 90-degree angle. They say that it's of the nature of Mars. And that means that it's basically like the same kind of...
So confrontation, squaring off.
Yes, but also like Mars and Saturn combinations are kind of like hard labor. So like kind of like Sisyphus rolling the rock up the hill. He has to keep rolling the rock up the hill, but he doesn't make any progress. So it's going to be like that, but combined with Pluto, the destroyer. So I don't know what's going to happen in 2028, but people are thinking that the cycle that started in 2020 is going to come back and feel pretty bad around 2028.
Yeah.
That's the next blip.
Hey, man. That Saturn squaring Pluto is definitely going to be something for somebody.
And it's really long lasting. Yeah. It lasts a really long time before.
Yeah,
because they're both really slow.
Like excruciatingly slow.
So
when the pain is about. Slow Car said to Kindly DiCaprio, never did I expect one of the most genuinely profound things I've heard all year to come from a Leonardo DiCaprio fan account. And Kindly DiCaprio said, it's important that good things don't come all the time so that we can appreciate them when they do.
This is true.
And Kindly DiCaprio's like just, she's amazing.
One of my favorite
we have such a great
core. Isn't it wonderful?
Like we have such a great core community here. Like we have everybody that I just think it really is. It's kind of like a motley crew of like awesomeness. I love you guys so much. It's just crazy.
Hanada said, Angela, I saw a post saying 2025 is a 9-year and 2026 will be a 1 year, meaning this is an ending of a cycle and 2026 the beginning of a new one. I thought I'd ask if that's true. I think that's numerology. I don't know numerology.
Well, there's a lot of that going on in astrology because there's a lot of the outer planets changing signs right now. So in 2026. So
2026, there's a lot of,
there is definitely a lot of
outer planets move so slowly that when they change signs, it's usually very felt all across the world. It's like very much like the character changes of how we perceive something for fundamental across the whole world. And so, and we have several planets that have been moving into new signs for the first time in like 30 years. Some of it's like, it's very rare that it all happens all at once. 2026 is a year where we have Uranus entering Gemini. We have Pluto's already in Aquarius, but that's a brand new ingress.
Yeah, I mean, it counts. It's still an ingress.
And then Neptune is moving into Aries.
With Saturn.
Saturn
and Neptune are moving into fucking
together.
And Saturn is slow moving. Saturn's 32 years around.
Yeah.
So Saturn's no joke either.
It's a big transition time.
Huge.
A lot of people are really hopeful because obviously we need a change. We need things to be, what we're doing isn't working. And so this is really great energy for changing shit. Yeah. But sometimes change is painful.
And you have to also be careful what you wish for because you have Saturn leaving Pisces. And when Saturn entered Pisces, one of the first things that happened was that submarine blew up underwater.
I know, it was amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
and of
with
course,
the billionaire submarine explosion.
Yeah, and what's interesting about that is like a collapse of structure because you have this this hubris. And Saturn's like, okay, you should have done this correctly, but well, what we'll do is this, and kaboosh,
These are the limits of your progress. This is the barrier that you've reached.
So now Saturn does. So now we have Saturn moving into the sign of war, into the sign of Aries.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting be careful what you wish for kind of situation because it's every time the astrologers talk about how okay, take a breath, Saturn's leaving Pisces, it's entering Aries.
Yeah, Saturn doesn't like to be in Aries. It's a very constrained and difficult sign for it.
Well, it's also because Saturn is slow and methodical and believes in things like structure and procedure and these kinds of things. Whereas Mars, which rules Aries, is completely different. Martial energy is let's go now, let's act now. It's big ideas, fast ideas, and it's also war, just straight, and unrelenting, like vengeful kind of war, like rip your entrails out and shake them in your face kind of war, compared to like
Well, that's not all
Saturn,
that-
which Saturn will sit there and plan the war and execute a very like.
That's not all that Aries is. Aries is also
No,
very
no.
like self-determination, you know? Like,
Absolutely.
how can you get what you want by relying only on yourself and your own gifts?
Self-assertiveness.
A lot of
is even a
creativity.
better-
So hopefully it means that there's going to be new leadership.
Yeah.
This is what I'm hoping, is that Saturn is going to bring new mentor type, new teacher characters, new maturity into leadership positions instead of this bullshit we have now. I don't know.
There's a lot of good shit happening in astrology too. Right now, we already have Jupiter, who's having a good old time in Cancer. I think things would be a lot worse if we didn't have Jupiter having a good old time in Cancer right now.
Cancer is the sign of Jupiter's exaltation.
It
So
is.
it's like a guest of honor. It's very well supported.
Yeah, and it's a very benevolent energy.
Yeah, it's very joyful.
Healing
and lucky.
energy. So that's why
It's fun.
I think we saw things like not the like the you know, like the war in Israel or the genocide or whatever you want to call it, that's been tempered down, even if it's still touchy and dodgy. So just, you know, anyway, so lots of great shit happening. Jupiter is then going to move into Leo.
I think in June of 2026.
It'd be around June. And for some of us, that's going to be fucking great. But for others, it won't be so great. And this is where Donald Trump could be running into some more troubles with Jupiter.
Yeah, because that's his first house.
But for me, it has incredible potential. So we'll see. Anyway, there's still a lot of great shit happening astrologically to offset some of this, you know, sort of more difficult stuff. And the other thing about these larger outer planets moving into signs and ingressing is it's not always this big pronounced like thing. These are slow moving developments. So a lot of times these beginnings we don't see coming into fruition until, you know, maybe 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 years into their ingression. And
no, but a lot of times it'll be like, you know how there'll be like themes in the zeitgeist where everybody is kind of focused on like one specific theme. And then you can think about like 10 years ago, we weren't all thinking about this thing.
Yeah.
We were thinking about this other thing, and all of us were thinking about this other thing.
Yeah.
That's usually that can be sort of mapped out by these outer planets and changing signs.
Yeah.
It's really interesting how it works, but you know, if you believe in this kind of stuff, it's a really great way to predict what's going to be popular in media. You know, like if you're a creative person, you can kind of map out the trends. That's interesting. Hanada said that 2025 was one of the worst and hardest years of my life. So I hope 2026 is not an astrological mess.
It's not.
It is going to be a time of great change.
Yeah.
There's also going to be a lot of really lucky and lovely sort of aspects between lucky Jupiter and like beautifying Venus.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of pleasant
like Venus is in Capricorn now.
movements.
And, you know, in a few days, it's going to begin its Cazimi with the sun in Capricorn. There's so, you know, wherever Capricorn is in your chart, like there's going to be some great harmony going on.
I think the theme for 2026
some good
is
shit
to
going on.
stay light, right? Like be flexible,
Yeah.
kind of like predict, you know, be ready for things to be kind of like unpredictable. And then maybe if you can sort of see what's happening and laugh at it and be like, oh, okay, well, this is definitely what was expected, you know?
Yeah, one of the things
maybe you can
do
stay a little bit light and a little bit more like fluid on your feet, you know?
Yeah, one of the things you can do is you can try to recognize if you're seeing something that looks like does it give a vibe off of it being more of an ending of a cycle or more of a beginning of a cycle. And the reason that can be helpful is because sometimes we'll see things that are like crazy, that are like awful, but they might be the end of that cycle. So,
Oh yeah, like a breakup is always hard.
right.
But couple months later, you're like, man, I feel like a new person. This is
Yeah.
so great. I'm like on my own and I
Yeah.
got new goals and I don't have that fucking dead weight on me anymore. And like, you know,
Exactly.
so it's going to be like, that's kind of,
Or
the
you
thing.
3 or 4 months later, you know, meet this person that you couldn't have possibly had the connection you had
Right.
because you were in some kind of relationship that was stunting your growth or whatever. So,
Right.
I think I don't know who the quote was, but you know, growth demands discomfort. You know, and so if there's some discomfort, you know, one of the things to recognize, is it early or is it late discomfort? Because if it's late discomfort, then you're at the end of that cycle, And if it's not, and if it's early, then you can actually look for, sort of how this might, you can actually start to look at how it might resolve, especially if you can pay attention enough to understand what's kind of being infused around it.
This is really funny.
In a moment.
Slow Car said, "Oh, you mean the cardboard submarine piloted by an Xbox controller?" Yep. I was so shocked when that didn't all go well. Yeah. And then Potato said, "Carbon fiber sub."
Carbon fiber sub is the stupidest thing you can actually.
I know. I have been absolutely savoring the documentaries that came out. There's like 3 of them, and I can't get enough.
One of them was fantastic.
They're all redundant, but I cannot get enough of this story. Yeah. I really recommend them. They're all great.
The only thing, I mean, it's obviously tragic. I mean, there was a kid on there, bro. Just a kid.
Yes. No, I know, but the hubris.
With his fucking billionaire dad.
How many times that they had been warning these people? It's true. I shouldn't revel in it. It's really it's one of like my more grotesque like personality traits.
You don't have, that's not true. Stop
like when
that.
Bad things happen.
If you ever use that word about you again, we're going to have issues.
That's true.
It's hardly grotesque. I understand where you're coming from, because if you have a fucking submarine full of billionaires and it explodes, you're like, I mean, that's how I feel about it. Like, the fact that this kid got dragged into it sucks.
Yeah, that's true.
The fact that anybody got dragged into it other than dude who was out of his fucking mind. And, these documentaries, if you haven't had a chance to see them, you just got to look them up. I don't know their names. It was before we were reviewing for the channel, but I loved them because they exposed him for what he really was, which was kind of an eccentric, kind of crazy dude, really.
Yeah, who got multiple warnings and just completely refused to change.
I don't get to see the likes. We got 13 people here, so if we don't have 13 likes, can you help us get to that just before we leave? I just want to keep the likes going because I want to grow the channel. I don't know. I hate asking for shit from any of you. I really do. So
it's been really wonderful to hang out with these friends for Christmas, don't you think? Hasn't it been nice that people showed up? Yeah, I love it.
We're gonna be open for business on New Year's too.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna have hats and noisemakers.
No, we won't.
Yes, we are, with a fucking the thing
Nobody
that comes
wants
out,
that.
and then and with glasses that say 2026. All of that. We're doing all of that. Fucking party hats. We're doing it. We're gonna go crazy. We're gonna have glitter. Lots and lots of glitter. Streamers. Mm-hmm. You bet. Fucking champagne on ice. Pink champagne. We don't drink champagne. We don't have anything. I can't even drink carbonated anymore.
Has anybody successfully drank champagne and not had a headache like immediately? I feel like champagne, it gives you a headache like 20 minutes after you drink it. You don't even have to drink too much or wake up the next morning.
I get a fucking headache from water. Oh my goodness! All right, you guys. By the way, there's this movie directed by Bradley Cooper that looks really good to me. I don't know if it is good, but it looks really good.
What is it?
It's a movie about a stand-up comic. I didn't know it was him, and then I just brought it up, and you should check out the trailer. I'll tell you what it is momentarily. Bradley Cooper making his directorial debut. I bet you he because Brian Klugman was the guy I was talking about. I bet you he was like, he gave Klugman the opportunity. It was a cool story. Brian Klugman and his buddy, his writing partner, they wrote a script called The Words that when Bradley Cooper was an absolute nobody, read it and said, "I'm going to get this movie made, bro. Don't make this movie. This movie is for me. I'm going to get this movie made."
That's cool.
Then, like fucking 15 whatever years later, Bradley Cooper becomes a big giant star, and he's like, "Let's make the movie," and they do, and it didn't turn out so good, but
it did. That's really funny.
I gave a lot of notes on that movie, like a lot. I don't know if they took them well because I didn't see their reaction to my notes. They just asked me for them, and I wrote them all out and I handed them in. All right, let me see. Bradley Cooper, here you are. He's an actor. He's a director. He's a producer. He is a very multi-talented individual. Is This Thing On? It's called.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's it about?
Like I fucking know. As their marriage unravels, Alex faces middle age and divorce, seeking new purpose in the New York comedy scene. Meanwhile, his wife, Tess, because that's, what year was this? His wife, Tess, confronts sacrifices made for their family, forcing them to navigate co-parenting and identities. Written by Bradley Cooper, Will Arnett, and Mark Chappell.
That's fun.
Stars Will Arnett and he looks great in it.
I like him a lot.
He looks fucking great in it. Laura Dern.
When is this out?
She's darn good. Huh?
When is this out?
I don't know. It's coming. I think it might have released today with Song Sung Blue.
Oh, it's a theaters thing.
And
that's great.
Andra Day, who I don't know.
Oh, she's a singer and an actor, I guess.
It looks really good, and I want to see it. Yeah, let me see what he directed. Somebody asked if he directed 2 movies. I know he directed Maestro.
Yes, and it was so weird that he wore a strange prosthetic the whole time when he already has a big nose. It was so weird.
He co-wrote that with Josh Singer. Carey Mulligan. I was a fan of that girl, man. I thought she was going to be like massive big.
She's a big deal.
Yeah. I mean, I thought she was going to be like Meryl Streep, like the next, fucking Sally Fields or whatever. Once again, Merry Christmas to all of you. Thank you so much for hanging out with us and being friendly to us. Thank you for all of the things you contribute to each one of these lives. We truly do appreciate it. And we'll be back again tomorrow for our Boxing Day special. Oh, it's going to be great. We're going to bring our boxes and we're going to put stuff in them. It's going to be great.
You'll see.
You'll see. I don't want to spoil it, but we've already got the boxes built and we got the stuff all ready to go. It's been a great pleasure hanging out with you on this Christmas 2025.
Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful, what is it? Silent night.
Oh, Slow Car says it's based loosely on the story of British comic John Bishop, who ironically I've never found that funny. It's a good movie though. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'm excited for it. It's my kind of thing. If you guys haven't seen Lenny, which is the Lenny Bruce story starring Dustin Hoffman, among others.
And I haven't seen it. We should see it.
It's a breathtakingly brilliant movie. It changed my life when I saw that movie, like in so many different ways. Yes, World War III in 2028. That's exactly right, Cosmic Urgency. So what you want to do is you want to get freeze-dried fruit. Or just go to Taco Bell and ask for a lot extra sauce. Whatever. It'll all work out. Could be worm, maybe not. We'll see. You guys are the best. See you guys tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Good night.